Congratulations on that golf season. From Carlock Stadium in Kirkland Field here at USJ. Hi, everybody, and good evening. I'm Dave McCulley, along with Stan Gerard, our producer and director. On site, the executive producer and director tonight is one Jay Cashin. It's ready for football tonight after the heavy rain, the storms that came through Jackson and the West Tennessee area about an hour ago. It has subsided, the rain has. No lightning in the last few minutes. We'll knock on wood saying that. But we're ready for some football. This game was originally scheduled to start at 7. It's going to be 8:30 before we begin. And Stan Gerard, and sometimes it's great to just have to wait and be patient. Philip Robinson's in the house with us. Congratulations on those golf teams, by the way. Great seasons. But Stan Gerard, good to be back with you. Good to be back after a week off with the open week. And, boy, we had to wait a little while, but we're ready for some football tonight. And 66 degrees, not raining here at the moment. Might want to still bring the rain gear in case we have a late shower coming through.
Well, you did notice, and we commented earlier, they didn't play music or the PA system. It all has to do with rain, this, that, and the other thing. So they're trying to bring the rain gods, I think, to still come down upon us. And you know what? If that happens, that'd be all right with me.
Yeah, I had Elvis on a moment ago about one of my favorites, the Kentucky Rain. The Lions coming in tonight, and the Bruins, always fun. We don't have to. Stan has all the series history for you coming up in a matter of moments. And Stan coming in tonight, USJ is the favorite in this ball game, but we've seen some interesting things happen in this series, haven't we?
These two teams have met 26 previous times in a series that dates all the way back to 1995. In that first game, USJ won by a score of 36-0. USJ with a commanding 21-5 lead in this series. They're currently on a 6-game winning streak, a streak that they have held twice from 2015 to current. They also ran that streak from 2007 to 2012. USJ's longest winning streak in this series is 7 wins, going from 1995 to 2002. TCA has their longest winning streak in this series is 2. They've done that twice in 2005, 2006, and then again in 2013, 2014. Fans remember right here in 2013, TCA shut out USJ by a score of 35-0. They followed that up with a 52-14 win the next year at TCA. You look at these coaches, Dave. Blake Butler and Michael Strapp, it's not the first time these two guys have gotten together. They've met 11 previous times, both here between TCA and USJ, and when Coach Strapp was at Scotts Hill. Blake Butler is 6-1 versus Coach Strapp at Scotts Hill, and Coach Strapp is 4-0 against TCA. So overall, Blake Butler leads the coaching series against Michael Strapp, 6 wins to 5.
Two good young coaches right here in the city. Of course, right now, Blake Butler is the winningest coach. Well, has the longest tenure of any coach here in the city. The Lions are just now making their way here in the purple breeches, the white jerseys, and they'll have those black helmets on there making their way across the way. A sprinkling of folks, I guess the proper way to say that tonight with the rain, but a sprinkling of folks across the way gathering into the TCA stands. Some folks here right below us at USJ. We appreciate the accommodations. We're actually in the coach's box tonight. They'll not be in here. We will, and we'll stay dry and cozy in here. The Bruins have been out warming up for about 30 minutes. They have that Columbia blue scheme of things on, the red and white as well. Let's take a 2-minute break. You're watching on Trinity Christian Academy's Facebook, and you're listening on 105.3. We'll take a 2-minute break and come back. Stan had a chance to talk to Blake Butler. We'll hear that interview. We'll look at some other games though around the area when we come back. And like us, just about everyone has been in a weather delay. Football coming up around 8:30 tonight. Stay with us here on the TCA Football Network.
Worthy Road Studios. Worthy Road Studios is a full-service television and live streaming service that can provide live broadcast coverage outside of normal studios. We own all the equipment needed to produce live events. We are a road studio, meaning all equipment is portable. We can work out of small, unusual spaces not designed for broadcasting while still delivering a TV quality product. We use wireless communication systems and have invested in high-definition wireless video transmission. Worthy Road Studios has been producing local television for over 10 years. We work with different media organizations producing live high school sports, as well as Union University basketball and volleyball. We use multiple cameras, on-screen graphics, live scoreboards, and live picture-in-picture. We can do slow-motion instant replay with a telestrator. We can have referees mic'd and use sideline reporters with wireless microphones and cameras. Contact Worthy Road Studios by Facebook, YouTube, or call us at 731-499-1730. We would like to help you with your live event by streaming it to your Facebook page or to YouTube, all live.
Hello folks, this is Gary Deaton, right here at Deaton's Carpet One. I want to let you know we've been in business for 48 years. Here's what I believe has made the difference. Our lifetime labor warranty on everything we install. Our healthy living installations, bacteria and germs cannot survive in our new flooring. Our beautiful guarantee, if you don't just love it, we'll replace it. It will make your flooring experience priceless. We're located on Freedom Highway, 1000 Highway 45 bypass in good old Jackson, Tennessee.
Alongside the living legend, Diamond Dave McCulley, I'm Stan Gerard. We are about 23 minutes away from the kickoff of tonight's game. It's USJ hosting our TCA Lions. Diamond, with impending weather, we had some games moved to last night. Let's go over the files that we had from last night. If you bet this game in Las Vegas and bet the over, you were probably a winner. Gibson County 74, Houston County 50. A lot of points scored in that football game.
Well, the punters had the night off, didn't they?
Apparently so. It was Lewis County defeating Scotts Hill 41-14. Lexington shut out Chester County 34-0. And it was Southside, the Hawks, getting a win over McNairy Central by a score of 42-6. Games around West Tennessee tonight and other games that we're going to be interested in and following. Nashville Christian is at Columbia Academy. Mount Juliet Christian School is at Donaldson Christian Academy. And Webb is at Middle Tennessee Christian. Other games, it's Riverside at Adamsville. Riverside leads that ball game early. We'll get you some scores a little bit later. Union City is at Camden. Dyer County is at Covington. That might be a decent ball game. Jackson Northside is at Crockett County. The Indians favored in that contest. Millington is at Dyersburg. A game that we're going to be watching closely, Tipton Rosemark at Harding Academy. Apparently, Harding Academy is going to actually maybe get to play a little football this week.
Yeah, that'd be neat for those folks.
And they've been really hang-strung by COVID. Just a few miles from here, they're on a weather delay as well. FACS is at Jackson Christian tonight. Halls makes the trip to Tipton County to take on Lake County. Hardin County is at Liberty. Weather delay, Obion at Milan. Humboldt at Peabody. Haywood County is at South Gibson. That has the potential to be a good game. It's been good the last couple of years that they played. And finally, tonight, Greenfield is at West Carroll. So there is a look at your action from in and around West Tennessee.
Yeah, should be some good ball games, and let's hope that the weather holds off, that we all get them in. Let's take another break. I'm having trouble seeing the clock, but now I can see it.
21 minutes.
Yeah, let's take a break, another 2-minute break along the line. Worthy Road Studios, of course, Trinity Christian Academy Facebook, and 105.3. We'll come back, hear the pregame comments of Coach Blake Butler. We see him down on the field at about the 35-yard line talking to the troops. We'll get Blake's thoughts. Stan had a chance to talk to him earlier, and here's the head coach coming up after this break. Stay with us on the TCA Football Network.
Welcome to Man's Wrecker Service. We offer a wide array of services. We are dedicated towing professionals, experienced in both simple and complicated towing services. We offer light and heavy-duty off-road recovery, auto and heavy-duty towing, load shift and load transfer capabilities, and much more. We are equipped to handle any situation, no matter how big or how small. Call today at 731-424-2173.
Hello, I'm Chad P. Wilson with Foundation Bank, a family-owned community bank here in West Tennessee. You know, home buying can be a long and confusing process, especially in today's market. Well, our Home Sweet Home Loan program offers incredibly competitive rates and allows you to keep your loan local throughout the entire life of the loan. So start your financial conversation with us today by visiting foundationbank.org or calling us on the number on the screen. In the meantime, go Lions! McKinsey Banking Company and Foundation Bank are an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank has assembled an all-star staff with decades of experience in the Jackson and West Tennessee markets. Our top priority is listening to your goals and dreams, helping you develop a plan to achieve them. Benefit from our more than 100 years of experience. Visit us at Thompson Farms or give us a call. West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
Did you know that Lonnie Cobb Ford's Warranty for Life is available on pre-owned vehicles too? That's right, a warranty for life on a used car. And with our huge selection of over 100 vehicles, we have the one for you. Lonnie Cobb Ford in Henderson, where cars really are cheaper in the country.
I'm speaking with the head coach of the TCA Lions, Blake Butler. Coach, it's that very special week, TCA and USJ.
Yeah, we always talk about this being an exciting week. I know kids, parents, everybody is just, they're thrilled to be playing a team that obviously they're right around the corner from us. And anytime you personally know the other team, and it kind of adds something to the game. And I know, again, this is typically not a week where you have to get your kids' attention to get them ready for a game.
Now let's talk about the kids' attention. Talking to a few people during the week, it's my understanding this team has been very, very focused this week, not only on the field, but in the classroom and the attitudes of the kids just the entire week, both on and off campus and the practice field.
Well, when you look at this game, it's not just a rivalry game. You look at it of having, a lot of implications in region play. And just when you start adding everything in like that, it becomes more than, like I said, just, hey, we want to beat our rival. We need this game for playoff standings and try to climb to the top of the region.
And, Coach, you look at it, with the struggles that TCA had early in the season, but strangely enough, we find ourselves playing for the league and the region tonight.
Yeah, it's something that, again, we knew coming into this season we had some younger guys and some guys getting their first experience and just kind of seeing how this team would grow. This is a good test tonight for us to see, how far we have come. And, we are encouraged by what we've seen from our young guys and some of even our older guys stepping up and taking more of a role. And like I said, it's a good opportunity to kind of see where this team's progressed from week one to where we are now.
Looking at the weather tonight, of course, that is the 800-pound gorilla. As we tape this interview a few hours before kickoff, the sun's shining right now, but we know a pretty good-sized storm may be approaching.
Yeah, that's something, obviously, they're not concerned as much about their field over there with it being turf, but, you got to worry about lightning in the area and things like that. So, we're watching the weather. I don't know if kickoff may have to be bumped back a little bit or not, but, again, it's something both teams have to deal with, and we've dealt with it before with delays, and it's just something that's part of it, and we'll be ready to play whenever it's ready to be kicked off.
You stole my thunder a little bit. Shades of several years ago, we had a game delayed one night. We played Medina, and we put it back to a Saturday. You said, oh, no, we're not going to do that again. Well, as it comes out, we're playing in McKenzie at midnight.
Yeah, through my time here at TCA, we've had some different things occur. I know we had about 3 lightning delays against McKenzie one year and finished the game after midnight, and that was something. It was a memorable game for our kids, and I remember parents running to McDonald's and the other local fast food places just trying to find the kids something to eat because we hadn't eaten since pregame meal, and it was kind of an adventurous night, but it came out with a win. So obviously it was a good night for us, and whatever may come, football is all about dealing with adversity and which team responds the best to adversity, because it's not a matter of if you're going to face it, it's when you're going to face it. And this may just be another one of those opportunities to show how we can handle adversity and fight through it.
Let's talk about our opponents, the Bruins from USJ. Historically, a team that likes to throw the ball all over the field, and they still can throw the football. But they took their #1 receiver from last year, and now he's their top running back, Steele Haynes, already with over 1,000 yards on the season.
Yeah, so much of high school football is just getting the ball in the hands of your top athletes, and Haynes for them is one of the their top guys. And you look at their team, the strength of their team is up front with their offensive line. Again, a lot of good size and strength there. And so they're going to try to get him the ball and behind that offensive line, and so it's going to be a challenge to our guys up front. They're going to have to be able to hold the line of scrimmage, be gap sound in our run fits, and again, try to get them in a situation where they're going to have to do some things maybe they're not as comfortable with, because they rely heavily on that run game and that offensive line. And so that's a challenge for our guys to step up and match their physicality and, like I said, play a sound defense and fit the run properly.
With looking at the possibility of rain, is this a game, as a defensive coordinator, is this a game that you roll the dice and take some risks like your dad might do, and throw a few extra blitz packages at them with the incoming weather?
It's something where, especially, they'll do some RPO stuff. If you can speed up reads in that and, make them make quick decisions, a lot of times that can work to your advantage. So, again, we'll try to, bring some different pressure and, give them a couple different looks and make them think through the read a little bit more. And that moment of hesitancy can sometimes lead to big plays for your defense.
And of course, they are at times known to run a little, play a little option football. So, like we've talked in weeks past, contain, and force that bad pitch.
Yeah, we reviewed that this week in practice, talked about, option responsibilities, who's, pitch man, who's taking quarterback and things like that. Because, I'm sure they'll show some new wrinkles that maybe they haven't shown in the past. And but for the most part, it boils down to, they know what, we've kind of hung our hat on, and we know what they've done thus far this season. And it's just going to, come down to who does what they do better than the other team.
Keys to victory tonight against the Bruins from USJ.
Well, we've got to stop their run game. Obviously, like you mentioned before, Steele Haynes is their go-to guy. That offensive line, again, they rely on them for a big push. And I feel like we've got to be able to attack on the perimeter a little bit more, because on the defensive side of the ball for them, their strength, just like on the offensive side, is their interior. And so I feel like if we can get a little bit, action on the perimeter, we'll have some opportunities to make plays out there. And so just, challenge our guys, again, take care of the football, and, stay calm through it all. You look at our games that we've won this year, we've come back a lot of times from being down 2 scores, and we've had a couple of games we've been up that slipped away. Football is, the old cliche, it's a 4-quarter game that, is there's a lot of, momentum shifts throughout the game, and we've got to be able to handle that, whether it's we jump up or we're down. Just continue to fight for 4 quarters and find a way to get the win in the end.
2 final things a lot of people may not know, but tonight is the birthday of the voice of football in West Tennessee, Diamond Dave McCulley.
Dave, obviously I know he always liked to call Mickey Marley the legend, but Dave's a legend in his own right. We're grateful to have him over here at TCA, and just the number of years he's been around, broadcasting and calling games. We're privileged to have him over here, and we wish Dave a happy birthday and many more birthdays. And like I said, we're glad to have him over here at TCA, and we won't say how old he is, but even with all those years, he's still one of the finest to call a game.
Methuselah.
Your words, not mine.
Coach, your dad would appreciate it. Creedence Clearwater Revival, who'll stop the rain?
We'll see tonight. I think we may get a little wet.
That's the head coach of the TCA Lions, Blake Butler. You are watching the Countdown to Kickoff pregame show right here on Trinity Christian Academy Television. Back after this.
This could be a true story. On October 3rd, a 2003 hatchback struck and killed a deer that goes by the name Buck. I know, right? He now has Buck's head proudly displayed on his living room wall. He tells a different story.
Shot it.
No, he didn't. And to hide his lie, he took his car to Mitchell's Body Shop.
No, I didn't.
Yes, he did. And lucky for him, they made it look good as new. And as for Buck, the story continues.
27 years ago, a vision became a reality and Snookum Steakhouse officially opened. We cut our steaks in-house and our ribeyes are full of flavor. The steak trimmings are used to make our certified Angus beef steak burgers, so when you order at Snookum's, you are getting high quality. Enjoy our salad bar and mini dessert. Also try our famous family recipe, the Pink Lush Fruit Salad. Come visit Snookum Steakhouse in Henderson, Tennessee. We are open evenings Tuesday through Saturday but closed Sunday and Monday. Snookum Steakhouse, come taste the difference.
Hello, I'm Wes Harris with State Farm Insurance.
My customers love the fact that they can call me or my team members anytime. So when they're in an accident on the bypass with somebody that doesn't have insurance, or they come out of the grocery store and somebody's backed into their car and has not left a note, or they come home and there's a tree on the roof, or maybe water pouring out their front door, they call a local agent, somebody that they know. So call me, Wes Harris, with State Farm Insurance, located right here on Van Drive in Jackson.
For the past 22 years, Tennessee Tractor has been committed to you, our customers. That's why our locally owned business delivers great John Deere products with great service at a great price. From the backyard to the back 40, whatever size project your family's got, you can rely on us to help you get it done. From our friendly staff to our reliable equipment and our quality service, Tennessee Tractor has one goal: to keep you and your family up and running. Hometown value, hometown service. That's Tennessee Tractor.
Welcome back to Carlock Stadium and Kirkland Field, everybody. Dave McCulley along with Stan the Man Gerard and Jay Cashin, our producer and director. The executive producer and director of these telecasts and broadcasts is, of course, Worthy Road Studios. Paul and the gang, they do a great job. Had a chance to work with them up at Bethel just the other day. Stan Gerard, I appreciate the nice comments that you and Blake Butler had, but I don't feel as old as Methuselah, might add.
Well, I should say, Methuselah's probably your uncle.
Yeah. Yeah.
That gets you a little bit younger.
Yeah. Let's take another break real quick. Let's see. Let's take a 1-minute break. We'll be back with more right after this. Stay with us. This is TCA Football on the TCA Football Network.
Hello, I'm Chad P. Wilson with Foundation Bank, a family-owned community bank here in West Tennessee. Your checking account should offer more than a place to just store your money. Our foundation benefits with high-interest accounts include the flexibility of a checking account with tiered interest rates, identity theft protection, cell phone protection, and more. So start a financial conversation with us today by visiting foundationbank.org or calling us on the number at the screen. In the meantime, go Lions! McKinsey Banking Company is an equal housing lender, member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Ford, we now give you a warranty for life on engine and transmission. That's right, a warranty for life at no cost to you. Unlimited time, unlimited mileage, but it's only at Lonnie Cobb Ford in Henderson, where cars really are cheaper in the country.
Over 7 years ago, God called Brandy Reagan into a new career as a realtor. 7+ years later, Brandy is a multi-million-dollar producer, broker, and owner of Reagan Realty Group. Brandy believes God will always give her what He wants her to have. Brandy loves helping clients find their dream homes, and she believes each and every home has a story to tell. So call Brandy today at 731-410-7700 and let her help tell your story. Go get 'em Lions!
Well, we had to tear away there for just a second because of the invocation and the national anthem, paying our respects to those great entities, and great job with both the invocation here and the national anthem here at Kirkland Field, Carlock Stadium. Dave McCulley, Stan Gerard, Jay Cashin, Mr. Robertson will be working our camera tonight. We, again, want to congratulate the golf teams. Second place finishes in both men and women's in the state tournament stand. How about that?
Very outstanding performance by the young ladies and the young men. A new course, I think, for the state championships this year. Coach said it was a course where it wasn't drive for show and putt for dough. I mean, you had to be pinpoint accuracy off the tee. So when you can finish second in the state, never seeing the course, that's pretty good shooting.
I don't know if anyone does a better job than Philip Robertson. He is really a good guy and a great coach. Well, the Bruins captains were making their way out here to midfield, the American flag, and probably the smallest crowd, and I'm saying this with all respect and due diligence, probably the smallest crowd you'll ever see at a TCA and USJ football game, and obviously the weather playing a big factor that, and the late start, I'm sure, with some of the elderly people as well, including this one.
Yeah, an 8:30 start, but Diamond, it is amazing here. Only 3 games left in the regular season, and that means playoff time is upon us. Playoffs.
Yeah.
But Diamond, I had the opportunity. I contacted the folks down at NASA in the beautiful state of Florida this week. And we've got our first look at the playoff matchups coming up for Division II Class A. Looking at the standings right now in the East, Middle Tennessee Christian leads the East. Kings Academy is in second. Friendship Christian is in third. Lakeway is in fourth, and bring up the rear is Webb School. In the middle, DCA and Nashville Christian are tied for the top. Franklin Grace is in third. Columbia Academy fourth. Clarksville Academy is fifth, and Mount Juliet Christian sixth. In the West, USJ is leading with a 4-0 record. TCA, of course, 2-0. Jackson Christian, 2-1. FACS, 2-1. TRA, 1-2. Fayette Academy, 1-3. And Harding Academy has not played a region ball game. What this means for the playoffs, out of the West, folks, 5 teams will make it out of the West in the playoffs. 4 teams out of the other 2 regions, so that's 13 total teams that will make the playoffs. Current projections right now would have TCA finishing third place in the region. That would mean if that were to happen, TCA would be on the road for week 1 of the playoffs at the middle region's number 3 team. Projections are that will most likely be Franklin Grace, could be Columbia Academy as well, but Franklin Grace, a very potential first-round opponent for TCA, a team that TCA beat in the playoffs last year. For USJ, should they hold on and win the division, they would have a bye. They would play the number 2 team in the East or the number 4 team out of the middle, so they would be looking at playing Kings Academy or Franklin Grace Columbia Academy. And number 2 in the West right now looks to be Jackson Christian, or what people think is going to be Jackson Christian. The number 2 team in the West would play the number 5 team in the West in the opening rounds of the playoffs. You win that first game, then you're going to get a date with either DCA or Nashville Christian in the second round, and that makes it an awful tough way to go. So there is a quick look at the playoffs right now. Looks like several of these playoff games, and you're looking at them in the middle. That playoff situation, number 1 will be decided on week 11 when NCS and Donaldson Christian Academy will tie up. Also, we'll find out about the 3rd and 4th in the middle, and that will be Columbia Academy tangling with Franklin Grace during week 11. Those are 2 games that we're going to be following extremely close here in the upcoming weeks, because they have definite playoff implications on where we may end up going. Also, we'll be taking a look at Middle Tennessee Christian plays Friendship Christian during week 11. Middle Tennessee Christian currently 2-0. Kings Academy 2-1, and Friendship Christian is 1-1. So Friendship Christian has to win out to have a chance. And there is a potential, Dave, for a 3-way tie for first place in the East. The first tiebreaker is the team with the most wins. If you can't do anything head-to-head, the first tiebreaker is the team with most wins overall record, and it is a potential for all 3 of those teams to end up with the same regular season record. So, if an upset occurs in the East, they could go to a very deep tiebreaker. We have to wait till probably Saturday morning to know what the issue is that's going to be like later on here in a couple of weeks.
Good job with that. The Bruins are in the house. The Columbia blue with the paw on the side of the helmets, the white helmets, and the red and white stripes down each side of the bridges. Meanwhile, speaking of bridges, how about the purple bridges across the way? The TCA Lions are in the house as well here at Kirkland Field and Carlock Stadium. They wear the purple pants tonight with the white jerseys, purple numbers, and the black helmets. The coin toss, you saw it just a moment ago. The Bruins won the toss. They've elected to receive. Those captains were Berkeley Pettigrew, the fine quarterback for them, second leading rusher, and really a nice quarterback for them. Meanwhile, Steele Haynes, one of the running back, stand called me today, over 1,000 yards, 1,033 yards, and the other captain was offensive and defensive lineman Josh Jones. The Lions were represented by Will Allen Smith, who will not play tonight. He's still out with that ankle injury, but he was out there, not dressed out, just his jersey on. Ben Davis, second leading tackler on this team. Meanwhile, Will Keltner, the leading tackler, the junior, outstanding year thus far, and Corey Bass, the other captain for the Lions. Dan Gerard, we get ready, and the Lions will kick it off. And moving left to right will be the Bruins, and it will be teeing it up here the very fine young kicker, John Mark Willard, for the Lions.
Looking for a big ball game here. Excitement is in the air. First place in the region in Division II Class A West on the line. The winner of this game will be in first place. USJ, if they were to win this game, they will be the region champions.
We're getting underway at 8:31, 1 minute past the delayed time that we had announced, and 66 degrees, dropping down to the mid-40s tonight, so get out the Parkers later tonight. And John Mark Willard will kick it off here, and this game is underway. And it goes downfield. It's going to be fielded down there by one of the Bruins at about the 10. Bobbles comes back to the 15 to the 20 and is hit there. And great special teams play by the Lions as they push him back right at the 20-yard line. Stan Gerard.
Great job staying in their lanes. And you might as well kick it in the end zone here. Look at this coverage by TCA, staying in the lanes, and look at the violence in the hitting that went on right at the point of contact there. It'll be 1st and 10 for USJ at about the 20-yard line.
21-yard lines where they'll mark it. The bull is Ben Davis. Defensive tackle Marshall Ray. Nose guard Rook Stevens, the big guy. Defensive end Corey Bass. Middle linebacker Will Keltner. He leads the team in tackling. Meanwhile, Palmer and Robertson, the other linebackers, the Rovers, Goodwin, the backs, Jones, Wilson, and Todd. At the 21, hash mark right, wing left, receivers left and right. They hand it off to the running back, and there he goes. That's a big break there for the 20, to the 25, to the 30, all the way up to the 35-yard line. And there's that running back, still Haynes, as Haynes over 1,000 yards, and Stan, he gets big yardage there. And they just ripped the defensive line apart that time, they being the offensive line, all the way up to the 37. That's a pickup of 16 yards, 1st and 10 Bruins.
Well, as you can see, they just went left side. Were able to open up a great hole, and Haynes does what he does best. Gets plenty of yards, as he is over 1,000 yards. Only 7 games into the season.
Pettigrew in the shotgun, gives it to Haynes again. He hits the left side this time, moves up to the 40, picks up 3. Tackled there by a host of Lions. Leading the attack is Needham Goodwin, the senior, and the linebacker, and others there to help him. And the Lions stop him for not much of a gain there, Stan, about 3 to the 40, 2nd and 7.
One of the things that you look at, the size of this USJ line, they are big all the way across that front line. Very big, very skilled, and they are, more importantly, also a very mobile front line.
They really are. They've got really good feet. 3 receivers, wide outs, far side left. Here's the play fake. Now they throw it out in the flat. Man open. That's the bubble screen. 40, 45 midfield into TCA territory, scurrying that time. That's going to be Chase Barksdale, their leading receiver. He's across the midfield stripe and stand all the way down to TCA's 47. And they use that bubble screen. They put 3 out there, used 2 blockers, and he knew what to do with it. Barksdale did.
Pick up a 14 on the play, and USJ now in TCA territory for the first time this evening on their first drive of the ball game.
Took it at their 21. They're at the 47 now of TCA. Hash mark left. They use the up back. They give it to Haynes. Haynes looks for a hole. He finds one. 40, 35. Gets outside 30. He may score. He's going to score. 47-yard line. Haynes is going to go in and stand a 4-play drive. And USJ, to be honest with you, made it look really, really easy.
47 yards for the touchdown. And not even 2 minutes into this ball game, USJ already with the 6-0 lead.
So that offensive line did their number. Here's that formation that Stan despises, where they line up to one side, then they'll bring it back out. The kicker for them, Stan, let's see. Our kicker is going to be, you and I talked about it, Ben Pledger.
Ben Pledger.
He's been pretty automatic there this year.
Yeah, Ben Pledger, been a great kicker. Hurt his knee a year or so ago playing basketball, but he's back to full strength. Talked to his dad last spring during the softball season. He's back to full strength and playing well.
Drew Morris, the holder, snap back. Ball down, kick up, it splits the uprights, and USJ has an early 7-0 lead in that coming, Stan. I can't see the clock. What's the time there?
10-12 to go here in our opening quarter. It's USJ 7 and TCA 0. A 1-minute break. You're watching TCA football on the TCA Broadcast Network.
Football looks fun. I bet I would have been great at it. The first football playing Deer, they would have made a movie about me and everything. Probably get Kurt Russell to play me. But alas, me and my dreams run right over again.
For fast, reliable collision repair, trust the experts at Mitchell's Body Shop. And get back out there.
It was a 79-yard drive for USJ. And with 10-12 to go here in our opening quarter of action, USJ with a 7-0 lead over TCA. Their offensive line simply dominating.
Drew Hayes is listening to us tonight. Big hello to Drew, one of my favorite people on this earth. Former assistant with Coach Butler in the gang here.
And one
baseball now, pro baseball. He's doing a great job with that Toronto
one of
farm
the
team.
Few people who can say he's a Mr. Baseball and a Mr. Football in the state of Tennessee.
Actually had a game with McKenzie, Jay, and they never ran the ball all night. They threw it all game. He was great and still a great guy. He and his lovely wife, Mariah. Drew's a good-looking kid, but, boy, he outpunted his coverage with Mariah, no doubt about it. One of my favorite players at Bethel through the years. And Pleasure will kick it away. It's 7-0. The Lions will drop back. Jake Wilson's back in the middle of the field. They kick it right at Jake, but the bad news is for TCA, it's over his head into the back of the end zone, and it's going to be TCA's ball, down 7-0 here early in this contest. And Stan, again, USJ made it look really easy. The offense, a little pressure on them right now. You got to stay out there on that field and not put that defense back out there so soon.
Well, I agree completely. It's going to be a game that TCA is going to want to do ball control. They're going to want to try and be the Golden Tornadoes of Union City. Ball control, ball control, ball control. Keep that potent USJ offense on the sidelines.
Drew is headed to the game. If he gets here at halftime, we'd like to talk to him for a couple of minutes. That'd be
we
neat.
Can do that.
Yeah, we'll interview him at halftime if he's listening to us. We'd love to have him up here. Well, the Lions, the offensive scheme of things, and they'll have Cooper Vales back there. Cooper will hand it off, and nothing. Absolutely nothing for Needham Goodwin. And he is dropped. Stan, as soon as he got the ball, he
Look
was
at this
dropped
replay
right
here.
in his tracks.
Parker Barnes blitzes from the middle linebacker position. We did not pick him up. And bam, with the stop, TCA going to lose about 3 on the play is Needham Goodwin.
Excuse me, Stan, had it at the 20, and there's back to the 17. And, he was there as soon as that ball was handed off. He just met him right there, and the Lions will break out.
Yeah, what they did, they had a nose guard and the guy over our offensive guard, so there was nobody available to block him.
Bales has runners to his left and right. And here's the handoff this time, and that's Jake Wilson scurrying his way around the right side. Didn't get much. 7 is tackled by 7 as Sam McMillan, the linebacker, caught him right at the line of scrimmage. There's no gain. It's going to be 3rd down and about 13.
Pickup of 1 on the play, 3rd and long, just what TCA did not want to see. Here you're going to see the replay, a new formation for TCA this week. They get the ball, the handoff, they're trying to get to the edge, but here's USJ coming across the line of scrimmage. You see they do a nice job with containment, and they make the tackle on pursuit from the backside.
Yeah, Blake talked about have to attack the perimeter. Doesn't think they can run the ball effectively between the tackles tonight. Hash mark right, 3rd and 13, and the gun is Vales. Vales drops. He can run it himself. He goes the other way. He's going to move to the 25, breaks a tackle, and dives up near the first down chain. I think he's going to be about a yard or two short, up to about the 28-yard line. Blake Butler, you see him very animated over there. Thought maybe the little guy had a chance to get there, but he's going to come up a couple of yards short. Great effort. And, Stan, that's what you got to do against this bunch. Everything flowed this way, and then Vales took it the other way and almost gets the first down. It's going to be 4th and about a yard.
From this position, though, Diamond Dave, here at the 20, you've got to punt the ball. I just don't see TCA rolling the dice this early. Needham Goodwin is averaging 39 yards a punt.
He's back there and will get it away very quickly. High and short. And it takes a USJ bounce and moves all the way back inside the 45-yard line. And USJ leading 7-0 will have the ball near the 44-yard line of TCA.
Definitely a short field for USJ with their first drive of the ball game. Some of the folks watching, Jeff Spate checking in, Joyce Hayes, Laura Young-Craft, Drew Hayes, of course, Dana Feingen, Matthew Valentine, the living legend from the TCA basketball team, checking in, Coach Jeremy Maddox, Heather Grissom-Palmer, among others, watching tonight, along with Ralphie and his mom, Lois Ann Franklin.
46-yard line. You know Matt Valentine. You know what his distinction is. He's the son-in-law of one Rodney Baumgartner.
Well, he is, and he's got 2 kids on the
and I understand
really elementary team, quarterback and receiver.
And off Haynes. Haynes has more running room. He's inside the 40 and dives his way and all the way down to the 35-yard line. And that offensive line of USJ, you just got to give credit due. Boy, big number 50 with a big block here, Stan. Big Josh Jones.
They're going here. They got almost a double guard or a double wing set. They just follow that wing back here, opening up a huge hole and he makes 7 yards before contact, and then gets another 4 yards afterwards. 12-yard pickup to play, 4 carries, 78 yards.
35-yard line. It's going to be another first down as they move it down from the 46 to the 35. Picked up 11. Pettigrew puts a man in motion. They fake the jet sweep. He's going to move back in the pocket. Now he's going to run. Out of the pocket, he scurries and turns toward the 30. We missed the tackle. He's inside the 25 and dashes out of bounds at about the 22-yard line. Another first down.
Pettigrew going to pick up 13 yards to play. You got to credit the defensive backs for TCA. They had the USJ receivers covered like the morning dew.
Mount the morning dew, no doubt about it. This field in great shape considering all the weather, the turf field. And the Bruins, you see the replay here.
They may have started a tad early.
Pettigrew, good decision here. Didn't have anything open. Good coverage defense there by the Lions, but then he gets some running room. And coming up out of there, trying to knock him out, and Keltner will run him out of bounds across the way.
Ball to 22.
22-yard line, 1st and 10. And here's the pass out in the flat, and we hit the tackle there, and that's Robertson making a nice play. Got the shoulder pads on Haynes, knocks him down, but he picks up 5. It doesn't get as much as I thought. It's going to get about just a yard or 2, I think.
Yeah, here he is. He's going to swing out of the backfield again, thinking they may lead, maybe starting a little bit early. Great initial contact, but he's going to be down at about the 21-yard line, I believe is where his knees hit.
They're sure close to starting too soon, aren't they? I'm telling you. It's going to be now. 2nd and almost 10, only about a half a yard is what they picked up. Pettigrew in the shotgun, has Haynes to his left. Receivers 3 left side. They run that way, and then Pettigrew's going to keep it. He does a little bit of a turn there, and he moves inside the 20 down to about the 18. Pretty good defense for the Lions stand. They didn't give him much. He gets about 3 or 4. It's going to be 3rd down and 6. Big play here.
Yeah, they ran the option play coming down the line. Here you're going to see Liam Goodwin coming across. He takes the pitch, man. Nice job by Pettigrew spinning to avoid that and going inside and picking up, about 3-4 yards?
Well, they have some big linemen. Look at Kenya Sawyer. We don't have the heights and weights on him, but he's a giant, that big offensive lineman, number 71 there. Folks, listening on the radio side, we've got the video. We have the great replay here by Jay Cashin. 3rd and 6. Pettigrew drops. He wants to throw. Throws in the end zone. It's going to be almost picked off. And I'm not sure where. I guess he was trying to throw it to the deep man, but he didn't have enough zing on it. And Jake Wilson almost picks that thing off. Incomplete, 4th and 6.
Here you're going to see Pettigrew getting the snap, rolling to his right, look to left to check off.
Yep.
Goes deep right into the flats. Threw that ball high. It sailed on him. Wilson really should have intercepted that. But I tell you what, one of the intended receivers, the short receiver, number 9, he brought the wood. Eli Robertson really kind of jacked
Pleasure is going to go
on that play.
Pleasure is going to attempt a 35-yard field goal. Hash mark left. He's got the leg. Let's see if he's got the accuracy here. Snap back, ball down, kick up. It looks good, and it is good. 35-yard field goal by Pleasure makes it 10-0. The Lions get a little bit of a break there, though, or make their break with the stop. But USJ converts on the 3, and it's 10-0 back after this 30. Stay with us, everybody.
At McCoy's Heating and Air, we realize there are more than enough things to worry about on a day-to-day basis. With our new 10-year all-inclusive package, your home comfort doesn't have to be one of them. For one low monthly payment, you can purchase a brand new York unit with full maintenance and repair coverage for 10 years with approved credit. No hassle, no stress, just complete coverage for your comfort and convenience. Contact McCoy's Heating and Air at 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com to schedule your free new AC estimate today.
Well, Diamond Dave, you look at USJ's first 2 drives, the ball game, the one thing that comes to my mind, the outstanding play of their offensive line.
No doubt about it, Stan. They're massive. I heard Coach Butler. I hadn't seen film on them. I think you probably had a little bit, but Coach Butler told you in the pregame interview how massive they are, how big they were, and they're bigger than big. They're pretty massive. That number 71 Sawyer and Big Jones, they're just a beast out there.
And then you get a quality back like Steele Haynes to run the ball. It's a potent combination, and Pettigrew proves that he's a quality runner as well, the way he ran that option.
Yeah, he's our second leading rusher, Pettigrew is. Here's the kick, and Wilson's going to go it. It hits the U on the Bruins logo down there. And the Lions will have it again at the 20. Stan, you just get the feel, and I'm not trying to be pessimistic or anything, but you get the feel that TCA, you don't necessarily have to score this drive, but you need to get several first downs, don't you?
They need to establish themselves and get something going here. because the more the game goes like it is now, the more and more the USJ Bruin defense is just going to pin their ears back and bring the kitchen sink and make it just that much tougher. So we've got to do something. Find an angle, find just a crease, get through there and get some positive yards and loosen that USJ defense up.
Left tackle is Harrison Vance. Left guard is Halen Wilkerson. Palmer's the center, Michael. Right guard, Will Keltner. Right tackle, Corey Bass. We'll give you the skill people in just a minute. We didn't get a chance to do that earlier. Here's the handoff, and running this way and not getting anything at all. That's Todd. Todd carried it. He has some speed, but Stan, he couldn't find a hole or get it to the perimeter, and they drop him right in his tracks. Maybe got a yard to the 21 at best. Let's see where they put the ball down.
Yeah, what you're going to see here, penetration by the left side of the USJ line, and it was pursuit on the play that dropped Todd on that. Kid that came off of the backside, off of the right tackle for TCA, pursued and made that tackle.
2nd down and 9. The ball just the nose of it right at the 21-yard line. Under 5 minutes of this first stanza, USJ leads the game 10-0. TCA comes out, same set. Runners to the left and right of Little Vales. Play fake, wants to throw, does throw down here on the fly. Got a man wide open, and it's caught at the 40, and then stepping out of bounds, Wilson. If Wilson could keep his balance and not go out of bounds, Stan, that would have been a 79-yard drive or strike, but he just couldn't keep the momentum. Nicely thrown ball by Vales for the most part. It's a pickup of 20 to the 41-yard line. That is a Wes Harris State Farm first down.
Our first of the ball game, and that will do wonders to loosen up this USJ defense. Throwing a great ball there. Wilson doing double duty this week, starting on offense and defense, and that's what you're going to have out of your best players. They're going to have to go both ways in a game like this. Great running back, also proved his worth as a receiver.
We have our first down sponsor, our sponsor too for the replays too, don't we? We haven't mentioned that yet. 41-yard line. Big play there. Boy, that loosens them up a little bit. Handoff Wilson. Wilson trying to get to the perimeter on the right. Nothing there. Dropped in his tracks at the 41. No gain. 2nd down and 10. And a host of Bruins there. Leading the attack was Josh Jones, that big D-line.
Here you're going to see TCA hand the ball to the left. What will be, in effect, the left halfback running out at full house backfield. Kind of going east and west to get to that edge and then turning upwards. It's given USJ a lot of time pursuit. We're running halfbacks on either side of the quarterback. We're going to have to get something more along the dives and run straight at them, but we're giving them the angles to make good tackles on us.
No doubt about it. 41-yard line, 2nd and 10. Right in the center of the field here at Kirkland Field. Long established tradition here. And the gun is Vales, 2 receivers each way. Vales, little guy drops, throws a bullet out there, and that's going to be caught by the underneath man. That's a great catch. That's going to be that ball 50, 45-40, 35-30. That is going to be, ladies and gentlemen, taking to the house, Mr. Waller. Touchdown, Lions, Waller.
59 yards on the score, and TCA is 1 extra point kick away from making this a 3-point game.
Waller, his 7th reception. That's the first touchdown pass the Lions have had this year for a touchdown.
Absolutely amazing. And we're going to see the replay here coming up here in just
59 yards of it.
A second. Here's the extra point coming on. TCA on for the extra point. 3:59 to go, and all of a sudden this ball game just got interesting.
It sure did. That first play sort of loosened him up a little bit. John Mark Willard in to attempt the PAT. Snap back, ball down, kick up, and that kick is good. And it's a 10-7 game. And, folks, we've got a new trend going in this one. Stan, what a nice play by the Lions.
Excellent play by TCA. Now only down 3 with just under 4 minutes to go. Let's go ahead and keep it here. But that was what I talked about. We got to find ways to loosen up. Here's the replay coming up. USJ's threatening a blitz. Waller's going to come from the top of the screen. Good job of protection. Little short pass. Look in, come back right there at the 40. And great job of blocking on the top side. Look at that job blocking downhill. And bam, used some great speed and just blew past the USJ defenders, pulling away from them. They never touched him. And you know about this. Give him 6.
And Stan, the great thing Waller did, he looked behind a few times, but he just ran straight. He didn't deviate one way or the other, and that's what you have to do to score like that.
You just got to do that. 79, 80 yards in passing for TCA already in this ball game.
Well, it's a 10-7 game. That coming, folks, at the
59 mark.
As the Bruins had just really sort of dominated the first couple series of plays, and then the Lions strike quickly. That takes the heart out of the team a little bit. And here's the kick. Sort of a squib kick will be picked up at about the 18-yard line, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 outside. Oh, my, 50, 45, 40. One man to beat, 30, 20, 15. He's going to take it to the house. That's still Haynes. Took it right back. You talk about lightning in a bottle. Well, he just did it. Stan, I had him picking it up at the 18. That's going to be an 82-yard kickoff return by Haynes.
And we have Laundry on the field late, I see. Flag was thrown late and with authority, so let's just hold on for just a second here. The officials are going to confer, but and it looks like
no flag.
They're waving it off. I don't understand. Waving the flag off after you threw it with such authority is beyond me.
Well, Haynes took it at the 18, hash mark right. I mean, he pretty well ran a straight line as well. We missed a couple of tackles down there. Had a shot at him, two guys did, but couldn't corral him. And just like that, folks, it's 16-7.
Well, the USJ offense stays on the sideline, but their special teams deliver the score. Now it's going to be up to us to respond once again.
I'm not sure, some confusion on the PAT attempt here. They don't have enough people out there is what it is. They've got to scurry Parker Barnes out there. Barnes is coming out really, really late. Now he gets a hustle about him, and they may have to call the timeout.
Yep.
They sure did. USJ. And I'm sure Coach Strapp's not happy about that. That just shouldn't happen, folks. But anyway, Stan, we're going to keep it here again while they talk about it. Then we'll take that break and get caught up on the breaks. It's beginning to get cooler here. But the action,
wonderful, isn't it?
The action has been hot on this field.
I mean, offense galore, and that's what we expect out of a TCA USJ game. You know, you talk about USJ here in a minute. You know, the great kicker and Ben Pledger. Oh, you wanted to take a break, didn't you?
No. I was talking about the song they're playing.
Oh, golly, Bill. Never mind. I didn't know where you were going with that. But you talk about Ben Pledger coming to kick. Another in the long line of great kickers for USJ. Charles Campbell lightened the entire NCAA up as the place kicker for Indiana University this year. Playing very well.
I always want to remind the folks, Jay, that it took two Kentuckians to come down from the Commonwealth and write that song for the Vols. Well, it's 16-7. They were hillbillies, by the way. But we're proud of the hillbillies of the Eastern Mountains up there. All right, Kentucky anyway. Sorry, Stan. I was
you lost me on that one.
I thought it took two Kentuckians to come right rock.
See, that's the reason. The reason I got a baseball could never hit a curve.
Pledger, oh my goodness, Pledger in to attempt the PAT after all that. It's good. 17-7. We've got a lot of action going on here, so you don't want to go anywhere. We'll take a 30-second break. We're back. See if the Lions can strike again. Back after this on the TCA Football Network.
Hello, folks. This is Gary Deaton, right here at Deaton's Carpet One. I want to let you know we've been in business for 48 years. Here's what I believe has made the difference. Our lifetime labor warranty on everything we install. Our healthy living installations, bacteria and germs cannot survive in our new flooring. Our beautiful guarantee, if you don't just love it, we'll replace it. It will make your flooring experience priceless. We're located on Freedom Highway, 1000 Highway 45 bypass in good old Jackson, Tennessee.
Here's the first score for you at the halftime. Boy, it's all Dyersburg. They lead Millington 44-0 in that ball game. No Moss. Peabody leading 42-0 with 3:03 to go in the first half of that game.
I actually heard a sports writer this morning. I'm going to just stay mum, being classy, as I try to be most of the time. I know he's being facetious. On a radio show this morning, Steve Heyman, he said that would be a tight game.
Well, there's a reason he's retiring from sports too, maybe.
No, it wasn't Steve Heyman. It was someone else.
Well, that's why I know.
Yeah.
This guy's retiring too.
Something must have been in the coffee up there. It is pleasure to kick it away. And another touchback forthcoming. No, Wilson's going to get it to 1. He's at the 5, to the 10, to the 15. And darts his way around a couple people, but is then upended and pinned at about the 18-yard line.
Diamond, that was kind of a return that never really got off on the right foot. Would have been better served to just let that one go into the end zone as things turn out.
All in all, lost a couple of yards, but that sort of scares you there, doesn't it, Stan?
It really does. And with 3:40 to go, TCA starting their second possession of the game down by 10. It's 17-7.
Well, I want to echo something I said earlier about it being a sparse crowd with the weather. But let me just tell you, TCA and USJ both really have good crowds here. So let me just
it's a late arriving crowd.
Two of the best crowd fan bases in the entire area, and let me just take my hat off to both sets of fans. Cooper Vales in the gun has Needham to his right. Play fakes it, rolls and throws, and it's going to be picked off. Do it right into the defense. And picking that thing off, I mean running it right in untouched. And who got that, Stan? Let's put the numbers on it.
Yeah, we're going to look at the replay here. Cooper's going to roll to his right.
Read that beautifully, didn't he?
And just read that beautifully. And you're going to see USJ now with 2 scores without their offense ever even getting onto the field.
Kickoff return, and now the INT, and just reading the eyes of the quarterback and picking it off. Let's again make that number there for you. That 40 that got it, Stan?
It's either 40 or 20, one of the two.
I think it was Stonecipher, I believe.
Well,
we're going to give it to him right now. We'll get clarification on that. And the PAT is up. It is good. 24-7. Well, the Lions had the magic, and then they gave up 2 quick scores, the kickoff return, and then the interception, and all of a sudden it's a 24-7 game back after this 30 on the TCA Football Network.
Welcome to Mann's Wrecker Service. We offer a wide array of services. We are dedicated towing professionals, experienced in both simple and complicated towing services. We offer light and heavy-duty off-road recovery, auto and heavy-duty towing, load shift and load transfer capabilities, and much more. We are equipped to handle any situation, no matter how big or how small. Call today at 731-424-2173.
Hardin County leads in their ball game 42-0. Jackson Christian leading FACS 14-0 in that ball game, Diamond.
Well, we're still trying to get clarification. The young man just told me, but I didn't hear him real well. So I think it was Brock Yates that picked it off, number 10, Stan, instead of 40. So we give it to Brock Yates on the INT. And Stan, he made a great play, didn't he?
He certainly did. And, like I said, 2 scores for USJ, and the offense hadn't set a foot on the field.
Yeah, 24-7. TCA had pulled back within 10-7. The kickoff return by Haynes, and now that interception by Yates. And just like that, it's 24-7. Here's the touchback. The Lions will have it at the 20-yard line. In what has been an explosive first quarter, but unfortunately for TCA fans, it's been most of the explosion by USJ. 1st and 10 at the 20, Stan Gerard.
31 first quarter points in this game, and this is getting down to where we said this just a few minutes ago. TCA's got to do something on this possession. Maybe not score, but they've been shell-shocked, and they've got to do something positive here, or it could get real ugly real quick.
Yeah, Cooper, I don't think Cooper ever saw the guy, and he just sort of laid back in the weeds there and picked it off.
Freshman mistake.
Wilson and Goodwin talking over the little guy, making sure that he gets his confidence back. He's in the gun. We'll hand it off this time to Wilson, and Wilson ducks his helmet, but then they duck him right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there at all. If anything, a loss of about a yard, 2nd and 11 at the 19.
Yeah, they're going to give him a 1-yard loss and play 3 yards. 0 net yards as TCA tried to go on the interior. They're doing a nice jam. Their defensive tackle did a little slant, defensive end slants down and makes the play for USJ.
You brought up a great point about their line, Stan, both offensive and defensive. They're big, but, boy, they're nice. They move really well, don't they?
They are quick. They're not your typical West Tennessee corn-fed, big, slow linemen. These guys are tall, they are lean, and they are mobile.
Both teams well coached. Handoff again this time. Nothing there at all. A loss of maybe 2 or 3 yards back to the 16. That's Wilson again. Just nothing there at all.
It's just the USJ winning and dominating the line of scrimmage. Here's the replay, and you're just going to see that push TCA. They're just pushing the TCA offensive lineman back, and they're pushing the lineman back before we're even getting the ball handed off, Dave.
Loss of a yard back to the 18, so it's actually 3rd down and 12.
Might be a good time for a screen pass.
A little screen pass, or try to get one of those bubble screens out there, but the formation now, 2 receivers each way. Needham Goodwin to the left. Vales. Vales drops back. There's that screen pass over the middle, and Todd got it, but they catch him real quick at the 20.
And you're going to see on the replay, tackling with the hand on the helmet, that's supposed to be illegal. Watch 24 for USJ. They do a good job. He does a nice job defending the screen. There's the contact. You see, his hand does slide off eventually. It ended up sliding down the shoulder, but started off in the head, slid down the shoulder. Great read by 24 of USJ.
Riley Seals.
And that is Seals doing a good job.
Yeah, he did a good job getting that hand off there real quick. Here's a good one to punt it away. Nice punt this time. Haynes at the 42, 45, midfield. He's inside TCA territory at the 45 to the 40, and the Lions drag him down. They're trying to pull the flag out, and they didn't pull one out. Now they have one back here at midfield.
Back at the 49-yard line, so it's going to be, we're going to see the kick here. And where does that block come?
It's right
there.
Right there. That's a good call at the midfield
49.
Yep.
So it's going to go back, from 10 yards from the 49. So it'll be at the 41-yard line, 1st and 10 USJ.
So the Lions will send them back, or the officials will in this case. Lions on the road again next week, staying right here in the city, Stan. I don't leave the city the rest of the year. And Jay, we're at Jackson Christian next week. Still trying to figure out how Stan and I are going to get up that ladder over there. But hopefully we'll work out something. And the breeze really comes through, and it's really cooling off. I have to get the jacket on here in a minute.
Don't need a jacket.
Man,
it's finally football weather.
Well, I had a birthday today, and I'm getting older. You're still a young whippersnapper. 40-yard line, hash mark right.
I feel older than you are.
2 receivers each way. Pettigrew puts a man in motion. That is going the other way, Barksdale. Barksdale has it on the jet sweep. Has blockers in front of him, turns the corners. But all in all, the good job by the Lion defense holds him to, he got 9, but it's flagged back here in midfield about the 35-yard line.
Yeah, you're going to see the crackback block, illegal block in the back. That's going to go back 10 yards.
There it is. So the Bruins, despite being well coached, that's 2 no-nos in a row that they've incurred the yellow hankies of the officials.
West Carroll leads Greenfield at the half, 28-8 in that ball game.
That's at Atwood tonight.
Yep.
So the Bruins are going backwards for a rare time tonight. They're moving it back to the 27, and they have to get to midfield. So it's going to be 1st and 23. For the USJ Bruins coming here tonight, can clinch the division with a win tonight, can't they, Stan?
Certainly can. Donaldson Christian, they're already leading their ball game 39-0. To me, they along with Nashville Christian, the 2 beasts,
no doubt,
in Division II Class A football.
Triples far side left. Pettigrew in the shotgun has Haynes. He gives it to Haynes. Haynes cracks through that line of scrimmage and is tripped up. Boy, if we don't trip him up there, he may go a long way again. And the guy that got a hand on him is Needham Goodwin, who came up and got an arm on him. You'll see on the replay here, you folks that are watching the game instead of just listening, watch his play, Stan. It may have saved a touchdown. Goodman.
Ben Davis with the initial contact, then Jake Wilson.
Jake
Wilson there with the contact at the 30 for a TCA.
At the 33, it's going to be 2nd and 17. 2 receivers far side left. They've got receivers stacked here. Pettigrew over the middle, wants to pass, doesn't have anything there, and they've got a chaser on him and pulling him down. That's a nice tackle by one Kobe Moore.
3-yard loss on the play. And here's Ben Davis pressuring in.
Look at Bass.
Yeah, look at the way Colby reacted on that play. And making that quarterback sack, Big Ed Moore approves.
Absolutely, and our thoughts and prayers with Ed, the nation, and the entire family. That's the end of the first quarter. Kobe makes a great play, guys, and I know you're proud of him. We're proud of you as well. Keep fighting, Big Ed. That's the end of the first quarter. Our score, 24-7 USJ. Back after this 1-minute message on the TCA Football Network.
Hello, I'm Chad P. Wilson with Foundation Bank, a family-owned community bank here in West Tennessee. Home buying can be a long and confusing process, especially in today's market. Well, our Home Sweet Home Loan program offers incredibly competitive rates and allows you to keep your loan local throughout the entire life of the loan. So start your financial conversation with us today by visiting foundationbank.org or calling us on the number on the screen. In the meantime, go Lions! McKinsey Banking Company and Foundation Bank are an equal housing lender and member FDIC.
Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank has assembled an all-star staff with decades of experience in the Jackson and West Tennessee markets. Our top priority is listening to your goals and dreams, helping you develop a plan to achieve them. Benefit from our more than 100 years of experience. Visit us at Thompson Farms or give us a call. West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
And here we go with the second quarter play.
Pettigrew right out of the start of this quarter. Incomplete pass at the 40. Short armed that one that time. Missed his receiver pretty badly. Had him open. And it's going to be 4th and 17. And a nice play there by the Lions. Got enough pressure on him and coverage in the secondary. And he's going to have to punt it. And Pleasure is going to come out and punt this thing, averaging about 39 yards per punt.
Just under 7.5 minutes to go in the first half. Jackson Christian still leading FACS by a score of 14-0.
Wilson will stand back near his 30-yard line. He's giving Pleasure a lot of room there, knowing that the kid's got a good foot. High and nice spiraling punt that Wilson walks away from, and it gets a roll there. The Lions fall on it. Ben Davis falls on it at the 33. I'm not sure why he did that. That's dangerous. But it will be at the 34-yard line. At hash mark right, the Lions will have it there 1st and 10.
So the TCA defense holds, and the offense with the ball in decent field position at the 34 got to do something here. We've thrown an interception. We've thrown a long touchdown pass. Let's keep the positive things going here and try and get back in this ball game. Second quarter just underway. And now we've got a timeout on the field, Dave.
Now they got a flag on TCA. The White Hat just signal holding. And
did not see that.
It was 4th and 17. I didn't either. I didn't see the flag, to be honest with you. But field position has been all USJ here tonight.
And
that's holding on TCA.
Hell.
I never saw a flag. Did you, Stan?
I was awfully late call here.
So they're going to make Pleasure punt it again. And they'll mark it off, I would think, on the Lions, obviously.
Still, it's going to be a
ball's at the 31. They'll mark it off from there. And they'll mark it up to the 41, set it down there. So Pleasure will now move up, and they'll try
4th and 9.
Yeah, they'll try to pin TCA deeper in their own territory. TCA would have had it at the 30. What was that, the 37, I said?
Something like that.
So.
Well, the mayor of
yeah, I'll have to call him back. So Derek Hubble covering volleyball for me, and boy, TCA jumped, and they're going to be offsides. So now it's going to be 4th and about 4, and that may make USJ consider going for it, Stan.
If I was USJ, I would be trotting my offense back out on the field the way their offensive line has been blocking.
So they move it up to the 46. They're still going to punt it. Up 24-7 USJ, early moments of this second quarter. And Wilson will stand back inside his 15. Gets it away. And it's a nice high punt that Wilson will see go out of bounds. No, it never went out of bounds. I thought it was, but it's going to be down at about the 25-yard line. So
it went backwards like one of your 9-irons.
It sure did. After all of that, they picked up about, 12, 15 yards,
Yep.
Dan?
After all that, a 12-yard difference, and TCA will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So at the 25, the Lions will have it there. They've not had good field position all night. Started back inside the 20 a couple of times, at the 20 twice. And now at the 25-yard line, 1st and 10, TCA. Lions down 24-7. If you just tuned in, we didn't start till 8:30. Started at 8:32 tonight after the lightning and weather delay. Just about affected every game in West Tennessee tonight. Cooper Bales has Goodwin to his right, or behind him actually. To his left is Wilson. Todd to his right. Hands it, play fakes it. Going to run the option and fumbles, and USJ has it. And the Bruins, Cooper fumbled the ball at about the 20-yard line. They picked it up, and the Bruins are on the board again.
Simple domination by the offensive line the defensive line of USJ, and we've got an injured Lion down on the field.
Yep, and they're telling need a trainer out there. Kevin Hansen's out there real quick. He's the best in the business. Now the USJ Bruin trainer is going to go out as well.
It's Cooper Bales.
It's Cooper Bales is who it is.
See if we can see that replay one more time if we could.
He fumbled it.
Jay.
They picked it up and ran it right in.
Let's see if I can pick up a telltale sign of it as we spin the camera away here. But it was pretty tough hit. Here
Not
we
sure
go one more time.
Let's see who picks the fumble up too, Stan. We'll see if we can get that.
He may have twisted an ankle or something like that because he was kind of tackled from behind, then got hit, and in for the score is USJ.
Sawyer Phipps is the guy that gets the fumble recovery and runs it in from about 20 yards. We're going to give him 20 yards on it.
Well, Diamond, they've had a defensive score, an offensive score, a special team score.
Yep.
And I've missed one now.
It's 30-7. Pledger in to attempt the PAT. And they've had the kickoff return, had the interception, and now the fumble recovery.
Two scores off of turnovers and the special team. So three of their scores without the offense even being on the field.
Absolutely. And Pledger trying to make it 31-7 with this PAT, kicking it toward the west end zone. The snap is back, the ball is down, the kick is up, and it is good. 31-7 with 11:24 in the second. It's all USJ thus far. Stay with us at 30 on the TCA Football Network.
This could be a true story. On October 3rd, a 2003 hatchback struck and killed a deer that goes by the name Buck. I know, right? He now has Buck's head proudly displayed on his living room wall. He tells a different story.
Shot it.
No, he didn't.
And to hide his lie, he took his car to Mitchell's Body Shop.
No, I didn't.
Yes, he did. And lucky for him, they made it look good as new. And as for Buck, the story continues.
Is Milan leading Obion Central 12-0 with 8:24 to go in the third quarter of that ball game here. Boy, this was a 10-7 ball game, and then it's been all USJ scoring about every way you can score a touchdown.
10-7 with 3:59 left in the first is what it was, Stan.
Well,
St.
Credit
George's,
USJ,
they're a really good football team,
oh,
too.
yeah. Lausanne leads St. George's 14-0 in that contest.
And now we'll wait and see what word we can get on Cooper Vales as well.
That's going to change the whole look of your offense now.
Big guy, 55. That was Ty O'Neill, big defensive lineman that fell right on top of him, hoping he just knocked the breath out of him maybe. And it's a 31-7 game with 11:24 left in the second stanza.
Hardin County leading
Pledger
55-0.
Kicks it. Going to be gathered in at about the 5-yard line, coming back to the 10. That's Wilson trying to get outside and can't turn the corner. They get him at the 15.
12-yard return for Jake Wilson. And TCA is going to set up shop. Not really good field position at the 15-yard line.
4 times tonight, the TCA's had it at the 20 or deeper. So the field position has been all USJ. And again, Stan told you, special teams score. Defense has scored on an interception and on a fumble recovery. And you can see the Bruin defensive line. They're just out there getting down on the knees and getting ready to go again, aren't they?
21 of their 31 points by either special teams or defensive play. That their coaching staff's definitely going to be real happy. Well, let's see what TCA comes out with now with Cooper on the sidelines.
At the 15. It's
going
going
to
to
be
be
Goodwin,
Needham back there in the quarterback in the shotgun with Wilson to his right. Receiver far side left. It's going to be Goodwin trying to turn the corner here, and he doesn't have anywhere to go. They knock him down at about the 12-yard line.
Just a loss of 3 on the play for Needham Goodwin. 2 carries, minus 6 yards. Great job of pursuit, lateral pursuit by USJ. You can see the whole team moving to the left. Look at the linebackers, hot pursuit from the backside, and just a great job. 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits, and they knock him out of bounds.
Blake didn't think that we could run the ball right at him tonight, and the perimeter just hasn't been there as well because their pursuit, as Stan just said, and their lateral movement is excellent. You see them digging in there. There's O'Neill we talked about, 55. Josh Jones down there. There's Raleigh Seals, who had the big play earlier.
Well, we're going to have to try and go over the top possibly, and this is not what we practice all week, but we're going to have to see a whistle shrill through the night, a timeout on the field. Let's take a quick 30. TCA Football on the TCA Broadcast Network.
27 years ago, a vision became a reality and Snookums Steakhouse officially opened. We cut our steaks in-house and our ribeyes are full of flavor. The steak trimmings are used to make our certified Angus beef steak burgers, so when you order at Snookums, you are getting high quality. Enjoy our salad bar and mini dessert. Also try our famous family recipe, the Pink Lush Fruit Salad. Come visit Snookum Steakhouse in Henderson, Tennessee. We are open evenings Tuesday through Saturday but closed Sunday and Monday. Snookum Steakhouse. Come taste the difference.
Well, they've got some jazz band playing on the field right now. I'm not sure what kind of craziness they're playing.
That's a University of Kentucky fight song right there, baby.
Well, you're not used to hearing that during the football season.
Oh, I am too. Listen, undefeated right now, 6-0, number 11 in the nation. Going to Athens tomorrow. We're going to pull the upset of the world tomorrow.
Is there time to call one of those betting services in Las Vegas yet? You know, one of those apps that they keep advertising on TV now?
Your Hoosiers, the coach is a good friend of mine, but they're struggling right now, bud, so don't bring up much here.
USJ's Charles Campbell doing a good job of kicking field goals for him, though.
He is. Tom he's a great guy and a good coach, too. They pass out in the flat. That's Waller who caught it, and he's trying to break away, but can't. They get in at the 15-yard line. Waller's really turned into a really nice receiver. That's his 8th catch of the year, but Stan, he just had nowhere to go. Tried the little screen out there with the receivers, Todd trying to spring him, but it's just too much pursuit there. They had 4 people.
We had 3 defenders and 1 blocker, and nothing good's going to happen when that comes about.
Tough night for the Lions thus far. The ball at the 16. 3rd down and 9, already down 31-7. You don't want to have to punt it this deep in your own territory. We need some magic right now from those purple britches and those white jerseys. Goodwin has Wilson to his left. Receivers both ways. Waller's far side left. They try the fly pattern out here. He's got Ben Davis out there, and it's going to be picked off. Underthrew it, and it's picked off this time by Barksdale. He's back inside TCA territory at the 20 to the 15 to the 10. Still on his feet, and finally TCA gets him down to the 10-yard line. Barksdale had the big play earlier, Stan, and he makes a big play there as well.
Well, the wheels have, from the moment TCA scored that touchdown, the wheels have absolutely fallen completely off the TCA wagon.
Yep. Haynes has scored. Pledger had the field goal. Kickoff return by Haynes. Yates had the interception. Then Phipps had the fumble recovery, but Barksdale's had a big game. His second big play of the night. And it's going to be at the 10-yard line. Stan, I think it's going to be, is it 1st and goal? Can they get it first? It's 1st and goal right at the 10, isn't it? Yep.
Jackson Christian freshman Jalen Mosley, an 18-yard touchdown run. Jackson Christian leads FACS 21-0, 4:17 to go in the second.
Pettigrew hands it off. No, he's going to keep it. Now flips it out there, man wide open. And that's going to be Barksdale. He's in. He scores.
10-yard touchdown
10-yard
pass.
touchdown pass. They made it look really easy. Here's the replay. Did a great play with a play fake. Haynes looks like he's leaving a little early again, but they don't call it. But anyway, it doesn't matter because they're going to find the guy wide open, no coverage there at all. And then Wilson's out there and tries to, great effort by Jake, but couldn't hold him down there. And Jones couldn't get there in time. And now they had the flag, but they take the flag off again.
Well, again, I always go back. If you're going to throw the flag, you saw something.
Yeah, I'm not sure why that's happened. That's happened twice, though,
and the first time they threw it hard.
Yep.
But, again, when it's a 30-point difference, whether they throw a flag or not is not making it.
Yeah, the officials haven't.
It's not deciding the outcome of this game.
They haven't had any impact whatsoever about this score for the most part. 31-7, Pledger in to attempt, or 37-7. Here's 38-7 now as he knocks it straight through. And we need a break. Right now it's all Bruins. They lead our Lions 38-7 with 9:51. They've scored just about every way you can. Back after this 30 on the TCA Football Network.
Hello, I'm Wes Harris with State Farm Insurance. My customers love the fact that they can call me or my team members anytime. So when they're in an accident on the bypass with somebody that doesn't have insurance, or they come out of the grocery store and somebody's backed into their car and has not left a note, or they come home and there's a tree on the roof, or maybe water pouring out their front door, they call a local agent, somebody that they know. So call me, Wes Harris, with State Farm Insurance, located right here on Van Drive in Jackson.
Scoring update from Jackson Christian. FACS is on the board at the 2:43 mark of the first half. They get on the board with a touchdown. 2-point conversion is no good. 2:43 to go first half. Jackson Christian 21, FACS 6.
Well, Stan, this is where you just have to regroup and sort of tell yourself, okay, the game is not. I know it's hard to do that, but say it's 0-0, and now let's just play for some pride and play to try to hang in there right now is all you can do, isn't it?
Yep, Hardin County destroying Liberty 55-0.
We've seen some good teams this year, but this USJ team is by far the best I've seen this year. Pleasure to kick it away again. The Bruin family's got to be happy with this effort. And again, another touchback by Pleasure. Boy, that means so much. You talked about Charles Campbell, Stan. Remember how he could do that?
Oh, yeah.
Of course, we've had our share of kickers that could do it as well, but the touchback is a great weapon to have, isn't it?
It certainly is. And how many possessions have we had start at the 20 or inside?
This is the 6th, I believe.
And we just have not been able to do anything. And we've only punted the ball, what, twice?
At the 20, the 18, the 20, 24, and now the 20.
So our best starting field position has been the 24.
Yep. So it will be at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 there for Needham Goodwin now. As Wilson to his right, sends one receiver, Waller far side left, 2 here to the near side, to the USJ crowd side. Hands it off to Wilson, and
nowhere.
I mean, just nothing. I mean, they're penetrating, and then the linebackers are shooting when the D-line doesn't get them. The linebackers are filling the gaps and getting lines, and it's a loss of 2 back to the 18.
Look at this oversized USJ line just bull rushing forward, pushing our defenders back 2 yards. And again, right after he gets the handoff, he is being tackled, and that's just domination by their defensive line. No other way to put it.
I know people get tired of me saying this, but again, don't just watch their size up there. Watch their feet. A great offensive line and a great defensive line. Watch their feet. That's the big thing. But they can be big, but they've got to be able to move, and they do that. Now here's Needham Goodwin running for his life, throws, and almost intercepted again. Intended pass to Brady Robertson at the 35, and Barksdale's the guy there. You'll see the replay here, Stan. That's just great defensive coverage there. Goodwin throws it, and maybe fortunate that it wasn't intercepted. It was tipped around there.
Look how they covered Tile on the flat there. Goes to the secondary receiver. Ball thrown high and almost intercepted. Yep. Peabody leads Humboldt 42-0. 5 minutes to go in, I believe, the third quarter of that ball game.
That's a running clock up there, and you figured it would be. 18-yard line. Humboldt's improved, but a lot of measuring stick to go. That's what they're going to be. Peabody's 45th straight win.
Something like that.
Yeah, 45 in a row. That's pretty impressive. That's not just pretty impressive. That's just really impressive. And now timeout.
How many more
TCA.
years are they going to have in their run?
Well, I'm telling you, I talked to Coach Jacobs' wife, Meredith Richardson Jacobs, played ball at Union and Bradford. She told me that the 7th, 8th grade team is going to be one of the best teams they've ever had. So anyway, timeout TCA.
Well, it was I disagree with you. It was TCA knocking off Peabody in middle school football this year.
Well, maybe it was the freshmen and sophomores now.
Could be.
We're not going to take a break because they're bringing them right back out. Stan's favorite artist, Neil Diamond's striking the tune down here.
Oh, Lord, between Neil Diamond and the UK fight song, the UT fight song, what happened to the music they were playing the pregame? I understood that.
You'd still like to hear Jim Neighbors Back Home in Indiana, what you'd like to hear.
Well, at least that's a good tune.
The way this thing's going, I may sing a few bars for you later.
Back home again.
Please don't. Well, here's Goodwin. Needham dropping back, throwing a bullet. It's caught. Got at the 25 and turning the corner here into the 30 and right near the change. Great effort there. And that's going to be caught that time by Brady Robertson. Nice catch by Brady.
Oh,
and
Willard got that one.
That was Brady Robertson, 26, was it? I mean, you were right. It was Willard.
Willard,
I apologize.
A little looking, gets it, turns, upfield, nice yards. TCA gets out of the hole.
Look at that. Got it by the nose of the football that's resting right at the 30. A big first down.
So in only our second first down of this ball game, Diamond.
Yep. So at the 30-yard line, 1st and 10 there. And the Lions have a little bit of a life here. 8:42 clock stopped here now as now it's beginning to rain again. And a pretty nice steady rain coming down and people scurrying for the umbrellas and the rain gear. Goodwin throws it underneath and incomplete. Probably should have been caught by Waller, to be honest with you, but that rain's really coming down, went right through his hands, and Stan, even if he catches it, it's only about a 3-yard gain. They had 4 people waiting on him.
End of the third quarter, Milan leads.
There you go, the replay. Look at this.
Yeah, that ball game 19-0. But, yeah, ball kind of sailed a little bit. Might as well have been intercepted because it wasn't going to get much if he caught the thing.
So the ball at the 30, second down and 10. Glad you're aboard tonight on this late night. Have you another cup of orange juice or coffee, for this matter, to stay awake.
Orange juice?
Yeah, I love orange juice. I'm getting off the Diet Cokes. Triples, far side left. Goodwin drops. Goodwin looks that way. Now Rose out of the pocket, running for his life. And now we'll throw it and just do it out of bounds. Nice decision that he didn't have anyone open. Great secondary coverage by the Bruins.
You're going to see on this replay here, didn't have anybody downfield, rolls out to his left, thought he might come up. Look at the defensive back break off of his defensive coverage and come in and attack Wilson, number 7 on the play, Sam McMillan. That was good. That was good play by the USJ defensive back.
The defensive coordinator here is a good friend of mine, former Lambeth coach, and one of the great characters of all time, and I mean that in a nice way, the legendary Jim Hardigree. And he really knows what to do, and he's got this defensive bunch well tuned, doesn't he?
Of course, you know what he's best known for.
He was a
head coach of the War Eagles.
Remember the night, what was it, you and I went to Huntsville?
Oh, God.
30-yard line.
Keep your head down, get off the air, and get out of there.
Jay doesn't know that story. We go to the War Eagles down to Huntsville one night, Jeff, and I sent Stan down to get the post-game interview, and they'd broken the leg of one of our players, and Stan came back and said, scrap the post-game now, let's get out of here. They'd had a little scurry and a fight down there.
We've been advised to vacate the facility. For Stan Gerard, I'm Dave McCulley. Good night, everyone. And that was a Steve Heyman. Steve Heyman would have been proud of that.
Oh, that was even quicker than Heyman, to be honest with you. And then I took the wrong turn and got lost in Huntsville trying to get out of there. I think we got home at 3 in the morning.
You advised me to take the wrong.
Yeah.
But, hey, I got us home.
Yeah, we did, about 3 in the morning. 25-yard line.
Just go west until you find a road.
3rd and 15.
And they're blitzing.
Wilson tries to go far side left, and there's just nothing there at all, and they corral him and pin him to the turf back inside the 25 at the 23, and it's going to be 4th and 17.
We've only had 2 positive runs all night. Vales had that 11-yard run. Todd had a 1-yard run. Otherwise, we are in negative yardage for this game. We are at 0 net yards rushing offense for this game.
Played so well at Tipton Rosemont, played really well against Fairleigh, but it's all gone awry tonight, and a lot of that's because of USJ. High floater, Haynes calls for the fair catch, and falls on it, falls down at about the 45-yard line.
Yep.
And that's the storyline. USJ's had great field position, TCA has not, but the Bruins have made it that way, and they have it 1st and 10 their own 45.
Taking a look at some other scores, Dyersburg leading Millington now 51-0. 3.5 to go in the 3rd quarter of that ball game. As we told you earlier, Milan leading 19-0. Jackson Christian leading 21-6 in their ball game. Hardin County just dominating Liberty in that ball game. We'll have more scores for you here at the half in about another 7 minutes and 25 seconds.
There are a couple just called me and told me that he and Austin Childress killed. Oh, my goodness. The interception was there. Bad pass by USJ.
Now, he was trying to score 6 before he
and it's Brady
got
Robertson,
the ball.
I think. Look at Brady adjust there. He rose out in the flat, and they threw it right in his breadbasket, and he just couldn't come up with it. Oh! That would have been 6, too.
My, oh, my.
No one feels any worse about that than he does.
I mean, it hit him between the numbers, Diamond.
Yep. And here's the running play by the Bruins. They move it up to the midfield stripe. Wind ripping through the Carlock Stadium here in the press box.
Pick up a 5 on the play. I guess
3rd
Haynes
and a
got
long
that.
4, yep.
88 yards on 6 carries.
So it's 3rd down and 4. Ball at the 49-yard line of TCA. USJ leads the game 38-7. The wind really ripping through here. You can hear it. Haynes has the 1st down and more. He drags a couple people with him and scoots down to about the 42-yard line. So it's 1st and 10 Bruins. And let them off the hook that time, Stan. I think they probably had 2 down territory anyway.
Whoops.
The wind is so
We
hard.
may have to close this window a little bit.
I think we're going to have to, yep. You can close it there. I'll hold this. There we go.
Pass into the corner, incomplete by USJ.
And it's going to be 2nd down and 10. We apologize as we now will adjust our monitor here. Let's see. There you go. Technically sound, Diamond Dave. Well, not so technical. Jay's having to help me out here.
Remind me not to have you come over and hang pictures at my house.
It was a little crooked, wasn't it? So it's
what was in that orange juice?
Second down and 10. Here's the running play again. Not much there. The Lions are doing a pretty good job that time on Haynes. They drop him at about the 38. And it's going to be third down and about 8.
Here's TCA got a little penetration that time and doing a good job standing up their offensive line and pursuit getting the tackle.
Yeah, they really do a good job with it, pulling their guards, don't
Yeah.
they? Haynes right up the gut this time, or down the gut in this case. He crashes his way and falls forward at about the 35. It's going to be fourth and about 3 now. And obviously the Bruins are going to go for it, leading 38-7. Saying how much time is left. I can't, again, see that clock.
6
down there.
minutes.
6 minutes left. Been a long second quarter.
5:55.
Pettigrew gives it to Haynes. Haynes has the first down. He's got a
and
touchdown.
more.
20-15-10, 5 touchdown. That's going to be a 34-yard run by Haynes, and it's really getting away from TCA now. Haynes runs it in from 34 yards, and it's 44-7 with under 6 left here in this first half.
9 carries, 128 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
We've been on both sides of the spectrum, and it's never fun on this side, is it?
No, it is not. And all you can do at this point is go into the half, try and regroup, and see if you can win the half, so to speak. It'll be a quickly played
second half.
half.
Pleasure in to attempt the PAT. It's up, and it is good. He hasn't missed tonight. He doesn't miss much all year, has he? 45-7, your score. All Bruins in this one. You knew the Bruins would be favored, but I didn't anticipate this. We'll take a 30 back with more after this on the TCA Football Network.
For the past 22 years, Tennessee Tractor has been committed to you, our customers. That's why our locally owned business delivers great John Deere products with great service at a great price. From the backyard to the back 40, whatever size project your family's got, you can rely on us to help you get it done. From our friendly staff to our reliable equipment and our quality service, Tennessee Tractor has one goal: to keep you and your family up and running. Hometown value, hometown service. That's Tennessee Tractor.
And we're back. It's been one of those nights.
It's been a crazy night, no doubt about it. Well, the Lions in some trouble, though. Obviously, it was a 10-7 game with under 4 minutes of the first. Then they had the kickoff return, the interception, the fumble recovery, and it's just sort of crashed down on us since then, folks. The Lions have not quit. They played hard. They've just been outplayed. Now the wind ripping up. We closed the window so we can't get the feel of the wind as much as we did, but so hard that it blew the football off the tee there. And you can see on your camera there sort of a blowing rain now. Is a really sideways coming down, isn't it, Stan?
It was really bad here an hour and a half before kickoff, but not nearly as bad as it was earlier tonight.
Pleasure kicks it away. Wilson will see it tumble into the back of the end zone. And again, the Lions will have it at the 20-yard line. We've said that too many times tonight.
We've only had one offensive drive start farther than the 20-yard line. It was a drive at the 24, I believe. The rest of them, they have the 20 or worse.
Yep, that's what I've had here on my running sheet here.
Hardin County has defeated Liberty tonight 55-6. That second half must have flown by. It's my understanding Liberty less than 20 kids on that roster.
I was talking to Lee Herndon, used to be my color man on the Lambeth broadcast, former AD.
Yeah,
over there,
boy
my
played
boss.
there.
And his son played there, and he just was lamenting how Liberty, how it's just gone south on them, and it's hard to believe, really.
And then you open up JCM.
Yep.
It's going to make it worse.
And then Madison. Handoff. Now Wilson's going to keep it on the quarterback keeper, and he'll crash his way up to the 30, get a first down.
Yeah,
That's only our
11
third
yards.
first down. That was a good one. Excuse me. Needham took that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You see the replay. Nice, nifty footwork here by Needham. Breaks the tackle. Boy, just barreled right over one of the guys there.
And we will get our third State Farm West Harris first down of the night.
Now they move the officials, due up to the 35-yard line.
5-yard penalty tacked on to that for something. Don't know what. We'll take it.
Heard a siren in the background. That sort of scared me a little bit. Boy, the folks that have umbrellas, I mean, the best thing they could do is probably put them down. I don't know how they're standing. They're going to be ripping them right out of their hands.
Do
That's how
you
much this wind's
remember,
blowing.
let's see, 2009, McKenzie at TCA, the wind blowing sideways.
That's what it's
rain.
doing here. Philip out there with his son, and they're trying to keep the camera still where it's not blowing away there on us.
Oh, good grief.
I'm serious with you. It's really ripping through this complex. It's got to be 25, 30 miles an hour. Hand off to Wilson, and Wilson's up to the 35, and he stopped there.
Yeah, he's going to lose one on the play diamond.
So at the 35, it's going to be now 34-yard line. A loss of a yard after we picked up the first down, then get 5 tacked on, so it's going to be 2nd and 11 at the 34.
I think we can do without the siren sound effect.
Yeah, I think so too. It just alarms me a little bit, especially on the weather night like tonight. 34-yard line, 2nd down and 11. Clock running, 4:40 left. So we bend around the corner, and Stan helps me out. And
well, you don't have to go. Where's Bethel playing at tomorrow?
They're in Pikeville. I did not make the trip with them. We're taking the video feed. I have soccer tomorrow afternoon.
The defensive coordinator for Pikeville, the former Bethel head coach,
sent me a nice message yesterday and said he missed me and my little miniature recorder.
Did you finally break down and get a digital, or you still got that tape deck?
I have a digital, but I bought a new little tape, little small one.
You never figure out how to use the digital, did you?
No, the digital, I have it, but it just doesn't work well. The quality of it, I would have to have you look at it. Time out on the field.
We're calling up. How about some lighthearted banter?
I'm not sure that would be appropriate right now. Stan, it's just been Bruins from the get. I mean, you look at the 10-7 score at 3:59, and it's just been the Bruins have executed. We have had really trouble doing anything with their big offensive and defensive lines. That's the story.
We've given up 2 scores on turnovers. We've given up a special team score. There's 21 of those points right now. Otherwise, this would be a 24-7 ball game.
Yep.
But you have to give all credit to USJ, and their offensive and defensive lines are simply dominating.
They really have. I mean, you can dissect. You can talk about the fumble. You can talk about the interception, and taking nothing away from those plays. But games are won for the most part in the trenches, and that's what's happened here tonight. And they've just been dominating, to be honest with you. 3rd and 11 from the 34. Good one in the shotgun. Wilson to his right, doubles each way. And he hands it off to Wilson. Wilson trying to get here at the perimeter and cut it back inside. Thought he saw something there, but didn't get much. Knee hit the turf at the 37. So it's going to be 3rd and about 8.
Diamond, that is Wilson's only 2nd run for positive yards in this game.
And Stan, that goes back to how dominating they've been. I mean, here's a guy that has 3 games. I mean, look, he had a 90-yard kickoff return. He's got 3 games over 100 yards. Is that right?
Just in the start of the 4th quarter, it is Hardin County leading South Gibson 21-0. Jackson Christian leads 28-6. They got a quick score there at the end of the first half to take that 28-6 lead.
3rd and 8. Wilson, handoff from Goodwin, stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Loss of 2 to the 35.
Just again, defensive line domination. We're not able to move them off the ball at all. They blitzed the linebacker late. He makes the tackle. We covered up their lineman, but their defensive linebacker read the play, got to the hole, filled it, did his job.
They've got that 3-man front, but they've got those backers looking right in over their shoulder pads. And it's 4th and 10, and Goodwin's going to have to punt it again.
19-7, Milan leads O'Brien, 9:19 to go in that ball game.
No, he's not going to punt it. He's going to roll. He's going to throw, and it's caught by Todd and then dropped. And the Bruins will have it. Their offense will come out. Blake went for it.
Tried to do something to generate some excitement.
I think the other thing, too, Stan, he would have been kicking it right into the teeth of the wind.
Yeah. Wouldn't have been a first down anyway because USJ had it covered. Would have been 5 yards short, but
a lot of respect between these 2 programs through the years. Not a lot of love lost, to be honest with you, but a lot of respect. And tonight it's been all Bruins. We've seen both sides of this spectrum out here. I remember one night we came out here and had them stunned at halftime and blew them out.
35-0. We called the dogs off at the half, though.
And then
that could have literally been a 70-0 game.
Yep. Here's See if they still have the same quarterback pedigree in there. And here's the handoff to Haynes. Haynes breaks a couple of tackles, breaks another tackle on his feet. Unbelievably that he didn't fumble that ball as he had it up over his shoulder pads a couple of times. And he rips his way literally down to about the 25 for a Bruin first down.
14-yard pickup on the play. And just great second effort there. And first down, USJ.
I would imagine you'll see a lot of reserves in the game for USJ in that second half. Let's see if we still have, is that a new quarterback in there, Stan? Double check here and see, is that Pettigrew still out there?
Can't tell.
Can't tell here yet either. No, he's still in there. He's going to throw it down the end zone, man open. That's caught at the 10 to the 5. And down near the goal line, catching that football was Raleigh Seals. He's out of bounds at the 1 yard line. It's going to be first and goal.
24 yards on the play.
Look at that pocket. The big offensive line just setting up a nice pocket for him.
Not a big fan of when you're up 45-7 throwing the football for trying to put on more points there, but that's another cup of tea altogether.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing.
I just don't like it.
I wouldn't like it if we did it either.
Exactly.
Going untouched in the end zone is Haynes again. Haynes scores, what is this, his third touchdown? Yep.
143 yards on 11 carries.
And it's 51-7 with 2:06 left in the first half.
Well, you forget this one. You come in, you lick your wounds over the weekend. The coaches will go start work on the Jackson Christian game plan. Get the kids. Fortunately, kids are very resilient.
Yeah,
snap, place, kick, and it's up and good. 2:06 to go, and it's 52-7. But the great thing is kids are resilient, and we have to hope that our TCA kids are resilient and realize, and I hope our fans realize that as well, still an awful lot to play for. This loss, in the grand scheme of things, does not mean a whole lot.
Well, it's just one loss. You just
it's just one loss.
It's magnified if you go next week and don't come back and redeem yourself a little bit. Same way with wins.
Yeah,
I mean,
you can't play much worse. I mean, TCA's tried. USJ's just dominated this ballgame. You can't play. I don't want to say you can't play any worse. We can't have any more bad things happen than have happened tonight.
And the other factor is, too, I haven't seen film on USJ. We were told they were really good. It has to be one of their best games, if not the best game they played this year.
And they play a good schedule. They play Hardin County, who won tonight 55-7. They played them to a 3-touchdown ball game, 2-touchdown ball game, and it's just a very, very good team. The good news is the youth for TCA are very good, and we're not going to see too many of these 52-7 games in the future.
52-7. Here's another touchback by Pledger. And the Lions will have it again at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10, with now just 2:06 left here in this.
One thing we need to talk about, Diamond, a big congratulations to our elementary football program, both the 6th grade and the 5th and 4th grade teams, undefeated on the season. And had a big 2-game sweep of Milan last night. And just I'm real enthusiastic about the future of TCA football. We've got some great young football players. We just got to hang on because the future does get brighter, I promise you.
That's great news to hear. Goodwin, we're out of the shotgun. Good play here by Goodwin up to the 30, and he drags a couple of Bruins with him up to about the 34. First down for Needham Goodwin and the Lions.
13-yard pickup for Needham on the play.
And that's coming against USJ. They still have their starters out there.
4 carries, net 18 yards, only our 4th. Wes Harris first down of the afternoon. Good leg drive, kept trying.
33 is where they mark it.
And we've dug ourselves out of the hole, and let's see what happens.
Yep. And the clock running here with
$1:40.
Minute 39 now. Blake and Mike Mancini calling in the plays across the way. He's assisted by by Michael, and we just mentioned Nathan Bibb, Will Brasher, Addison Coleman, former player. And Goodwin's in that gun. And again, there goes that darn siren again. Here's Goodwin turning left, and nowhere to go. Boy, nice play by Sam McMillan, backtracking, found him, shot his way through there. McMillan, the linebacker, just went untouched and got in the backfield and drug him down. They had a guy on the front end of him too.
I'll say it once, I'll say it again. You're not supposed to be playing sound effects while play is going on.
Yeah, I'm not really understand that, really.
That is illegal.
It scares me a little bit, too, on a night like tonight with this weather the way it is. 29-yard line, they drag him down for a loss of almost 5. It's going to be second down and 14, almost 15 yards.
Under 45 seconds to go in this first half of action.
So it's been all Bruins here, 52-7 as we head our way toward halftime. Running clock in the second half.
We'll have lots of scores from West Tennessee. Should have a bunch of finals.
Goodwin runs out of the gun, stumbles his way forward, maybe gets a couple of yards back that we lost. And it's going to be.
Goodwin gets a couple, not much.
That's about it.
19 seconds to go in this first half.
See if TCA even snaps it here. They show no inclination to do that. I think they're going to let the clock run out. And at halftime, it's going to be the USJ Bruins 52. Your TCA Lions 7. We're going to take a 2-minute break. We'll come back and don't think they're going to call a timeout and try a pass or not. They're just going to let the half run out. 52-7. USJ leads and leads big. We'll take a 2-minute break. We're back with scores, highlights, scoring recap, and more. Stats from Stan. All of that coming up after this 2-minute message on the TCA Football Network.
At Lonnie Cobb Ford, we now give you a warranty for life on the engine and transmission. That's right, a warranty for life at no cost to you. Unlimited time, unlimited mileage, but it's only at Lonnie Cobb Ford in Henderson, where cars really are cheaper in the country.
Over 7 years ago, God called Brandy Reagan into a new career as a realtor. 7+ years later, Brandy is a multi-million-dollar producer, broker, and owner of Reagan Realty Group. Brandy believes God will always give her what He wants her to have. Brandy loves helping clients find their dream homes, and she believes each and every home has a story to tell. So call Brandy today at 731-410-7700 and let her help tell your story. Go get 'em Lions!
Football looks fun. I bet I would have been great at it. The first football playing deer, they would have made a movie about me and everything. Probably get Kurt Russell to play me. But alas, me and my dreams run right over again.
For fast, reliable collision repair, trust the experts at Mitchell's Body Shop. And get back out there.
At McCoy's Heating and Air, we realize there are more than enough things to worry about on a day-to-day basis. With our new 10-year all-inclusive package, your home comfort doesn't have to be one of them. For one low monthly payment, you can purchase a brand new York unit with full maintenance and repair coverage for 10 years with approved credit. No hassle, no stress, just complete coverage for your comfort and convenience. Contact McCoy's Heating and Air at 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com to schedule your free new AC estimate today.
And welcome back to USJ. We're at the half. It is USJ dominating this ball game as they lead at 52-7. Here's a quick look at some of the stats from the first half for TCA. TCA, it is going to be Braden Waller. He's got 2 receptions for 60 yards, and he has a 59-yard touchdown. Wilson has 1 catch for 21. Willard has a catch for 15. Rushing the ball, Cooper Vales had that 1 run for 11. And right now, Liam Goodwin's TCA's leading rusher with 20 yards on 5 carries, 20 net yards on 5 carries. For USJ, Barksdale, 2 receptions for 24 yards and a touchdown. Seals, 1 reception for 24. Haynes with a reception for 1. Rushing the football, Pettigrew with 3 rushes for 17 yards. Steele Haynes, 11 rushes, 3 touchdowns, 143 yards. Quick scoring summary, scores. Jackson Christian 28-6 over FACS, who we'll see in Week 11. Hardin County has knocked off Liberty. Milan leads in their ball game. West Carroll leads in their ball game. And we'll get you some more scores later. We'll have a bunch of finals for you later. We're going to take a quick break, and then Drew Hayes is going to talk with the voice of sports in West Tennessee, Dime and Dave McCulley. A 1-minute break. We're back after this.
Buying a car is all about you. In person, over the phone, or online, we make it simple and easy. Our place or yours, no matter where you live. LonnieCobbFord.com or Lonnie Cobb Ford in Henderson, where cars really are cheaper in the country.
Hello folks, this is Gary Deaton, right here at Deaton's Carpet One. I want to let you know we've been in business for 48 years. Here's what I believe has made the difference. Our lifetime labor warranty on everything we install. Our healthy living installations, bacteria and germs cannot survive in our new flooring. Our beautiful guarantee, if you don't just love it, we'll replace it. It will make your flooring experience priceless. We're located on Freedom Highway, 1000 Highway 45 bypass in good old Jackson, Tennessee.
Here at the halftime, 52-7. We'll give you the scoring recap a little later. Stan gave you some look at some stats and some scores from around the area as well. But it's been the Bruins. This was a 10-7 game after the Wilson 59-yard touchdown reception. 3:59 of the first was a 10-7 game, and then the bottom dropped out. We mentioned to Stan that we've been on both sides of the spectrum through the years, and not many times on this side, but it's never fun. But certainly we look for the Lions to come out. They gave great good effort tonight, just to have been out manhandled here at times with this big offensive and defensive line by the Bruins. Joining us is a great friend of ours, a guy that I met some years ago. He's still young. I'm getting older, but he's still a pretty young whippersnapper, but former quarterback at McKenzie, All-Stater, former football player at Bethel, and then a great career in the SEC and pitching with the Vanderbilt Commodores, and then in the major leagues with the Cincinnati Reds. I could go on and on and on, but I know Joyce and Glenn Hayes really proud of Glenn Hayes, or Drew Hayes, and we are too. Former assistant coach with Blake Butler in this TCA program as well, but now in the organization, Toronto Blue Jays. That's the good news. The only bad news, I'm a Yankee fan, but I still pull for the Blue Jays when they're not playing the Yankees. But Drew Hayes in the organization did a great job down in Florida with the pitching staff, and did a great bit of work. And the Blue Jays had a great year. And Drew, first of all, good to see you again, and you're looking great, my man.
Dave, it's great to see you as always, and you're always too kind with your words. You give me such a great introduction I don't deserve.
Well, I know that you're glad to be home, though, aren't you?
I am. It's nice to be home. It's good to be here, be able to see some football in West Tennessee, and it's even though the game's not going the way we'd like for it to, it's good to see some of the guys and be able to see them and the way they've matured and grown.
You had a short tenure when you look at the longevity of things, but you were at at TCA, and I know you really enjoyed your time there, didn't you?
I did very much. I'm always and have always been thankful to Miss Brown, Miss Christy Timms, Coach Maddox, Coach Butler for allowing me to be there, being able to spend time there. It was a great start to my career after being a player in professional baseball, getting my foot in the door in coaching, being able to do that, and to be part of such a wonderful school and such wonderful people with such a great mission that leads the school and leads everything they do. It was, I could go on for days on the good things to say about TCA, but it's such a great place, and it's still great to keep in contact with everybody there and still have contact with the players and the kids that I got to encounter there. And there's just so many great people and so many great things going on there.
I know you're missed over there a lot, but obviously the TCA people knew, too, that you had a great opportunity to do something you really love as well, and that's be a part of baseball and in the major leagues.
I did, and it was an opportunity that, honestly, it was almost impossible for me to pass up. I still think often back on the day where I had to tell our players that I was leaving, and that was one of the most difficult days that I had in the days leading up to it, trying to make sure that was the right thing for me to do, and a lot of prayer between Mariah and I. And as far as if that was the right thing, and it's very difficult. But still, keeping in contact with a lot of our players has kept me feel like I'm still here. But it was a great opportunity, and I'm thankful to be with the Blue Jays.
It was an easy decision for him, too, because I covered your wife's career, Mariah McKenty, now Hayes, lovely gal, and I said earlier that you outpunted your coverage, but and you're a good-looking guy yourself. But the bottom line is that it wasn't an easy decision because you had to leave her back home, and she has a great career, too.
It was, and you're 100% correct. I outkicked my coverage by a long shot, but no, it's not easy, and it's, bless her, she's an angel for allowing me to go and be gone for the summer, and we got to visit some, and she was able to come down, and I was able to get home for a couple of days, but with still the COVID protocols and everything, we usually get an all-star break, we usually get a 4-day vacation, we usually have more opportunities to see each other, and this year with things being different, it wasn't super easy, but again, it's an opportunity that I'm super thankful for and was able to be there and hopefully make an impact in what I was doing and think we did some good work, so it was outstanding.
I know one of the last trips, the Lord bless you too, you had a couple of rainouts and you were able to spend some more time with her.
It was the last time she was there, we had, I think, 3 rainouts in 5 days, so we were very thankful for the opportunity to actually have dinner and have some normal days, so it was really nice.
And tell the folks what you're actually doing with the Blue Jays organization.
I was hired by the Blue Jays to be a development coach, which is kind of a liaison between the analytical, statistical side of it and the coaching side of it. I still would have been on field in uniform. We had one of our pitching coaches had a health issue where he had to step away and just stay at the complex all summer, so I ended up being the pitching coach for our lower A team in Dunedin. So I was the pitching coach for our low A team in Dunedin. Where we get to do some fun stuff. We play out of all the complexes there it used to be the Florida State League. It's the low A Southeast League now. But we played out of the spring training complexes. Didn't have a whole lot of long road trips, but had some really good players that we got to see. We had one pitcher that threw two different 7-inning no-hitters this year, which was really cool to be a part of. And just being day-to-day there and seeing the resources that we have and the things that we're able to do and the way that we're able to hopefully help players achieve their dream of making it to the major leagues at one point is always exciting and really fun to see.
Once the Yanks got knocked out, I sort of lose some interest in it. I watched a few innings here and there. Boston, last report, was leading Houston down there 3-1. Of course, the Braves and the Dodgers on the other side. If I had to put you to the test tonight, who are you picking to win it all?
I think it has to be the Dodgers. The talent's just so good. I think it was the Dodgers or the Giants. Whichever one escaped that series, it's going to be tough to beat. I still root for Dusty Baker, the manager of the Astros. Sure. He was the first manager in my first Major League spring training as a player, and he was always so good to me. If we had more time, I've got some good stories on Dusty. Is the ways that he was really good to me, and I still root for him, but I think it's going to be tough for anybody to overcome the Dodgers. And I was disappointed in the Blue Jays. I thought they would be able to sneak in the playoffs there, and them and the Yankees would have been a really good wild card matchup if Boston hadn't overcome that deficit with the Nationals on the last day.
Well, being a Yankee fan, I can't pull for the Red Sox. You know that. I thought of you a lot. I was hoping the Jays and the Yanks would be the last two standing. It didn't work out. Maybe next year. A lot of changes going on with coaches and managers and people going by the wayside. You mentioned Coach Maddox. You and he have a lifelong bond, don't you?
We do, and I was thankful. I got to talk to him on the phone for a while the other night, and we would usually play phone tag during the season. But it was the first team he ever coached. As a high school coach at McKenzie I was on, he and I butted heads a few times, which we still laugh about. But and then him giving me my first opportunity to coach after being a player, I was really thankful for it, and I learned so much. And he gave me so many resources and opportunities to learn and get better, and I learned so much from him and things that I still put into application today.
I know you stay really busy, but Stan on the West Tennessee Sports, his network, he'll have a lot of the baseball games you can watch and listen to.
I saw that during the season. I kept up with the page, and it's super helpful. Anybody that hasn't checked it out needs to make sure they're on there. Stan has great updates for middle school, high school, baseball, softball,
sure.
And it was really exciting to see that and be able to keep up with it in a better way because you know how it is. Media coverage has changed over the years, and it's probably not as good as what it used to be, but Stan's done a great job on that page, and it's awesome coverage.
No doubt about it, and we'll give Stan, you can give him that $5. He and I both the $5. Stan's like me, he's broke most of the time. But one last thing. Mariah, a little nervous about the Cats and the Dogs tomorrow in football?
She's more on the basketball side of it, but I think it's good. What Kentucky's done so far this year has been outstanding. They've knocked off a couple good teams, so hopefully they can keep it close tomorrow, get down to the end of the game, have a chance to win, maybe have a chance there.
And your Doors made a great run last year in baseball, too, didn't they?
They did. It was disappointing to see them lose at the end, but obviously Lane Forsythe, our shortstop from TCA, was playing shortstop for Mississippi State. So I had several people texting me, calling me, asking me who I was rooting for. And I talked to his dad, Andy, who was actually doing some work at our house during the time, and told him, you know what, I hope Lane gets a ring, but if he doesn't, at least he's losing to Vanderbilt. So either way, it was good for me.
Always a great pleasure to see you, and always love you to death. You know that. Give Mariah and Glenn and your lovely mom, boy. I tell you what, Joyce keeps them all straight, doesn't she?
She's an angel. She's the best of the best, and I'm super thankful to have such great parents, and she keeps us all in line and keeps everything together. And I texted you on the way over and told you it'd be great to see you, and I'm just thankful to see you, glad to see you, glad to see Stan, glad to see Jay, glad to see Coach P. It's such good people, and
Good
just
guys, aren't they?
thankful to be around you guys, and thanks for the opportunity to see you and be able to talk to you.
Good to see you, sir.
Great to see you, Dave.
There he is, Drew Hayes. And we'll take a 1 minute break. And when we come back, thanks, Drew, for joining us. Stay with us for a minute. 1 minute break. Stan's going to come back, and he's got some updates. Stay with us.
Worthy Road Studios. Worthy Road Studios is a full-service television and live streaming service that can provide live broadcast coverage outside of normal studios. We own all the equipment needed to produce live events. We are a road studio, meaning all equipment is portable. We can work out of small, unusual spaces not designed for broadcasting while still delivering a TV quality product. We use wireless communication systems and have invested in high-definition wireless video transmission. Worthy Road Studios has been producing local television for over 10 years. We work with different media organizations producing live high school sports, as well as Union University basketball and volleyball. We use multiple cameras, on-screen graphics, live scoreboards, and live picture-in-picture. We can do slow-motion instant replay with a telestrator. We can have referees mic'd and use sideline reporters with wireless microphones and cameras. Contact Worthy Road Studios by Facebook, YouTube, or call us at 731-499-1730. We would like to help you with your live event by streaming it to your Facebook page or to YouTube, all live.
And we're here at the half, 52-7. USJ with the lead over TCA. Here's some scores from around West Tennessee. It was Nashville Christian defeating Columbia Academy at 59-19. Davidson Academy 46, Good Pasture 28. It was DCA defeating Mount Juliet Christian, easy to say, 53-0. It was Middle Tennessee Christian 53, Webb 13. Getting back to West Tennessee, McEwen 56, Gleason 14 final. Gibson County knocks off Houston County last night 74-50. Lewis County beat Scotts Hill 41-14 last week. At the half, Riverside leads Adamsville 35-0. In the fourth quarter, Union City leads Camden 20-8. No score, Dyer County and Covington. In the fourth quarter, Jackson Northside leads Crockett County 35-14. Dyersburg defeats Millington 51-0. No score from TRA and Harding Academy. At the half, and you can watch that game on our sister station over on the Jackson Christian Facebook page, they lead FACS 28-6 at the half. Lake County has defeated Halls 24-6. Lexington defeated Chester County last night 34-0. Hardin County beats Liberty 55-6. Southside 42, McNary 6 last night. It is 34-7, Milan over Obion. In the fourth quarter, Peabody leads Humboldt 42-8. Haywood over South Gibson 28-0 in the fourth. And West Carroll leads Greenfield 28-8 in the fourth quarter of that game. And that's a look at your scores from all over West Tennessee in the middle part of the state.
Really quick scoring recap at the 10-12 mark of this first quarter of this game tonight. It was a four-play drive capped off by Haynes, a 47-yard run, 7-0 after the Pleasure PAT. Then Pleasure at the 5:52 mark at a 35-yard field goal, 10-0 USJ. But TCA gets on the board. Wilson with a dynamic pass and from Vales, 59-yard touchdown pass. And that made it 10-7 at the 3:59 mark. We thought we had a football game, but then after that, the bottom dropped out. It was Haynes, an 82-yard kickoff return. It was the PAT, again, by Pleasure, 17-7. Then on the interception, Brock Yates picked one off around the 20-yard line from Vales. Took it right in at the end of one. It was 24-7. Then Phipps, a fumble recovery, 20 yards out. He gobbled up a fumble recovery from Bales. 11:24 mark made it 30-7. PAT made it 31-7. And then it was Pettigrew 10-yard pass to Barksdale, 38-7. That coming at the 9:58 mark. Then Haynes another touchdown run, 34 yards this time, 45-7. Then Haynes a 1-yard run after they had the big pass play late in the half, and it was 52-7. That within the last few seconds of the first half, and that was pretty well it, Stan. That's the scoring recap. Unfortunately for our purple and white, it's all the scoring recap basically by the Bruins for the most part.
Tough night for TCA. Second half will be underway. It will be a running clock. Normally a running clock would go in the fourth quarter, but they may go ahead and do the running clock in the third quarter if both coaches agree. So we'll have to see how that goes. 52-7, USJ with the lead. We said they've had 2 defensive scores. They've had a special team score. There's 21 of the points there. It's still, 31-7. It's still, you take away those 3 mistakes there by TCA, and sadly, it's still a dominating game by USJ here as we're just about set for the second quarter. Second half.
I'm going to give my headset to Philip Robertson in just a minute. Let's talk to Coach P a little bit about the golf season.
We can do that
real quick before we begin this half.
We
Coach
can
P,
do that.
If you'll join us.
And I'm now joined by Coach P, Philip Robertson. Coach, a huge year for the TCA golf team, both on the men's and women's side. You and I had a chance to talk last week, and I'm always one of these drive for dough, grip it, rip it type guys. You said this was a course that you really couldn't grip it and rip it. You had to play spot on golf, and your teams, both of them finished second in the state. They obviously were hitting the mark with their short game.
Yeah, we had a great tournament, and both the guys and the girls did a real good job of playing the course and not worrying about their opponents, but playing the course the way it was laid out. And there were times that some of our big hitters were able to express that, but for the most part, it was hitting tight fairways and trying to make good shots into greens. And both teams did that pretty well. Obviously, we finished second in both tournaments and just had a great week. Long drive, but a great week up in Sevierville.
The tournament in Sevierville. But, Coach, the TCA golf teams have been doing very well over the last several years. You're developing a very powerful program in West Tennessee, a juggernaut.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure that I'm doing a whole lot to develop it. We've just been blessed with kids who love golf, and West Tennessee junior golf is by far and away just emerging among all the parts of our state and even in the southeast. We have several golf associations in West Tennessee that have really developed players, and I've just been a beneficiary of that and glad to be a part of it.
What's the home course for the TCA Lions?
Humboldt Country Club.
Just up the road, Coach. I know you'll have them practicing the spring, getting ready for golf next year. Congratulations! Very proud of the Lions and Lady Lions on their runner-up finishes in the state. Love you bringing home the hardware.
Thanks a lot, Stan. Thanks, Dave.
That's the head coach of the TCA Lady Lions and Lions, Philip Robertson. We're ready for second half action. TCA set to receive the kickoff. With the call of the game, here's Diamond Dave McCulley.
Thank you very much, Stan the Man. Our production tonight by Jay Cashin. Doing a great job as always. And we're getting ready for this third stanza to begin. It's after 10 o'clock.
Do you know where your children are?
That's right, 10:08. The game started at 8:31, 8:32 after the long weather delay. Many of you may be going back from your games, tuned in to us tonight, either on 105.3 or the TCA Facebook page and our Worthy Road Studios. Got you covered tonight. And again, kickoff by Pleasure. He's outstanding. Another touchback. Well, I think he's only had one tonight that wasn't a touchback.
He's had two, I think.
Two, okay.
But he's just been booming. The football had a little tailwind there, but it was going through the end zone, irregardless of TCA. Again, going to set up in familiar territory, 1st and 10 at the 20. Pleasure, such a dangerous weapon when you have a kicker that can kick it into the end zone every single time, show you want to.
USJ still has their starting defense out there. We get this thing underway here. Goodwin will be in the shotgun. Remember, little Cooper Bales went out injured. We did not get an update on him. We hope he's all right. Say a little prayer for him. Goodwin will run out of the shotgun, tries to turn the corner, and they cut him down right at the line of scrimmage. Just nothing there. You heard Blake earlier. We echo again. He said you want to try to get to the perimeter and stand for the most part. Other than a time or two, it's just not been there either, has it?
Lateral pursuit by USJ, simply outstanding. Only a 1-yard pickup in the play for TCA. Look at here, you can see it. They just pursue laterally, chasing from behind, and the linebacker with the initial hit up front, and then the chaser from behind finishes him off.
Gain of maybe a yard to the 21. 2nd down and 9. Got more out of that than I thought, to be honest with you. Doubles far side left. One receiver here to the near side. Got to cut the siren down, folks. Come on. Here is Goodwin in the gun. Goodwin drops back. Throws. Incomplete. Intended that to Waller out there at the left hash and just not there. 3rd down and 9.
With 5 minutes to go in the third quarter of that ball game, Jackson Christian now starting to pull away from FACS 35-6.
It is a running clock too, Stan, by the way, just to echo that. I think the coaches agreed then to let it run here in this third stanza.
So this will be a quickly played second
to be
half
honest,
of action.
And to be honest with you, that's what it should be. Didn't you agree?
I wholeheartedly agree.
Not just trying to throw in the white towel, but that's probably what it needs to be right now. Love our kids to death, but we've just been overmatched here tonight at USJ. There'll be another night, though. Here's the pass out in the flat. Waller has it. Waller will turn the corner to 25. Does not get to the chains, though. They rip him down at about the 28. It's going to be 2 yards short. Nice design and executed play, but good defense again. And on the tackle is Sam McMillan, the linebacker. We've called his name several times tonight.
Waller with 3 receptions for 68 yards. Had the 59-yard touchdown as well for TCA tonight.
4th and 2. Let's see if Goodwin punts it.
Got to.
They don't show the inclination to do that. Yeah, they are now, and they're going to drop back Haynes back there. You wonder how many snaps he'll get or how many opportunities he'll get in this half. If I was USJ, he wouldn't be out there even right now.
No.
Here's Goodwin. And that's a sidewinder. I don't know if someone blocked that or not. Someone may have got a hand on it, and it's down there by Palmer at about the 37-yard line. Let's see if someone on the replay, Jay does a great job with that. Let's see if someone got just went off the side of his foot.
That's going to end up being Diamond
Going to be a net of only just a few yards, if that.
Yeah, not good. It's going to be
maybe
9-yard net.
9 yards, yep.
Yikes.
So the ball at the 37. The Bruins will have it there. They've scored passing today. They've scored running the ball. They've scored defensively. They send out 2 receivers far side right. Actually, in the slot is Seals. He's had a good game. They put a man in motion, that being Barksdale. They give it to him on the sweep. He turns the corner at the 35, cuts it back inside. He may go in. He's at the 20 to the 15, and finally knocked down inside the 15-yard line.
All the way down to about the 12. Here they go. They just hand it off to him. Look at the lead blocking, just knocking our kids back. Gets the edge, cuts it up. We miss a couple of tackles there, but a huge, huge gain. 10, 20, and about 24 yards in the play.
I'll just tell you, their offensive line is one of the best I've seen, not just this year, in the last couple of years, Stan. Would you agree with that assessment?
I tend to agree,
Here's
yes.
Haynes again. Haynes dashes his way inside the 10. The line's pushing back there. And, again, I'm not taking anything away from our kids. We fought hard and played hard. It's just watch this line play. Watch their movement here. And they open up there. Look at that. There's a nice block that time. That was a block that time by Seals, actually. The up back, and they get inside the 10. It's going to be 2nd and about 5.
7:17 to go in this third quarter, and USJ threatening again, still with their first unit in with the 52-7 lead.
Lions had to punt it. Now the Bruins have it. Play fake. They roll out here in the flat. It's going to be caught by Barksdale.
No.
He's inside the 5 and may get in. Let's see if he gets in. I think he is. No
They're
sign
going to say
yet.
he's short.
At the inside the 1. Well-executed play. They fake the run play, and then they go out here to Barksdale. They run that about 3 or 4 times, Stan. It's worked every time, hasn't it? Nick Jones in on the stop.
It has, but, I'm going to be quiet.
And it's going to be 1st and goal there at the 1. And let's see if Pettigrew just tries to push it in there himself, or will he give it to Haynes? Haynes already scored 3 rushing touchdowns. They're in the pistol. No, he's actually to the right of him. And he'll give it to Haynes, and Haynes has scored for the 4th time on the game, and it's now 58-7.
Well,
37-yard drive, Stan.
And the clock mercifully running, 6 minutes to go. And yeah, we get that there's a fire somewhere. Starts to get a little frustrating after a while, though.
Yeah, it does. And it's
58-7.
We're going to mark that at the 6-minute mark when he scored. It's 5 down to 5:50 right now. Snap is back. The ball is down. The kick is up, and it's 59-7 USJ. Let's take a quick 30. We're back after this with the Lions on offense. Stay with us on the TCA Football Network.
Hello, I'm Chad P. Wilson with Foundation Bank, a family-owned community bank here in West Tennessee. You know, home buying can be a long and confusing process, especially in today's market. Well, our Home Sweet Home Loan program offers incredibly competitive rates and allows you to keep your loan local throughout the entire life of the loan. So start your financial conversation with us today by visiting foundationbank.org or calling us on the number on the screen. In the meantime, go Lions! McKinsey Banking Company and Foundation Bank are an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Well, it is 59-7, all USJ. TCA had a 59-yard touchdown pass, and then the wheels proverbially fell off.
Yeah, they have, and it's been just dominated. The game has been by the USJ Bruins. Wilson will drop back. He'll be the deep guy here. And Pledger will kick it away again. Had a little bit of rain there in the third quarter. It's dissipated now, but still a little bit in the area, but not anything the way it was there this afternoon earlier.
Boy, it was brutal.
It was. It was sideways in my house before it came out.
Was
I
here
don't
too.
live that far from here. And another touchback by Pledger.
TCA will take over once again at the 20-yard line. 4:10 and counting here in this third quarter of play. Let's see if they still got the first team out there.
Yeah, first team defense is still there, and the Lions will bring out the troops. Alex Northcutt was watching and listening earlier tonight, and we got a nice message from him.
He's on his honeymoon, I believe.
He wanted some numbers on some players, so I guess he was here shooting, or someone was here shooting for Channel 7. I think he's back from his honeymoon. He doesn't take those 2-week honeymoons the way you did one time. Goodwin hands it off, and Wilson just nowhere to go. He lowers his head, bangs his way from maybe a yard to the 21, and boy, what a frustrating night for our Lions.
Yeah, just, again, it's just a dominant. All you can say is it's a dominating performance by the offensive and defensive line of USJ. They've got a good one, and it's going to be interesting when they get to the playoffs and have to face either DCA or NCS, because they're going to have to go through one of those two teams to get to the state semifinals.
Well, Goodwin will be in the gun. Triples far side left. One receiver here to the near side. Straight drop. Looks. Being pursued. Running for his life. And throws it. It's intercepted.
Oh, good gosh.
Another interception at the 25, to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. That's going to be a touchdown. And I'm not sure who got it. We'll watch it here. We've got a flag on the play.
Good. Maybe he'll come back.
That could be roughing the passer over there around the 10-yard line. Let's wait and see. We're going to look at it. Yep, that's going to be a late hit, I think.
Way late hit.
Yep, late hit. They're going to throw the flag on that, and they should.
Yep.
So that will negate the touchdown interception.
So let's take those points off the board, folks.
So they'll take that off, and right now, more than anything else, we're just concerned about Needham Goodwin. Let's hope he's all right. Cooper Vales has already gone out of the game banged up. Yeah, Stan, we saw the replay. Jay did a great job of that replay there, and that was a late hit.
And it would be Cade Butler coming into the ball game at this point, I believe.
Yep. Well, that would have made it 65-7, but they're going to take that off.
Yeah. Plenty of time to pull back on that when you look. It gets worse every time you look at it.
Yep, and he got really banged up pretty good there.
Well, we'll see.
So the Lions will have the ball, and right now, again, Goodwin's up, but he's gingerly being assisted. Kevin Hansen of the gang helping him. Said a little prayer for him, too. And not sure what the status of Cooper is, but hope he's all right, too. So that will move the ball all the way up. Stan, where are they going to move it up to? The 30-yard line?
It's 15-yard penalty.
36-yard line.
So it'll be a first down for TCA, only our 5th of the night. A State Farm first down.
1st and 10 there.
And that is Cade Butler at quarterback for TCA.
Cade out there.
Freshman.
And Cade will throw it out there, and it's going to be an underneath pattern. That's Waller catching it. Nice play. Cut it back. Got a little bubble screen there out to the 41-yard line.
Pickup of 6 on the play. He's had a nice game. Waller, 4 receptions for 74 yards. So there is one bright spot, and that is Mr. Waller.
Came in here tied for the most receptions on the year with 6. 3 players had 6 catches on the year.
He's almost doubled that amount tonight.
Actually, he and Todd were tied. 2 had 6, so he's up to 10 now then, didn't he?
Ben Davis into the ball game as a slot back for TCA.
Ben's a player. He's a tough, hard-nosed kid. Cade drops back and is hit hard back inside the 35 at about the 32. Josh Jones and others are there. When Josh is coming at you, you really got to know it. Here's the big guy bursting right through there. Watch him here.
Minute 8 to go and counting here in this third quarter, 59-7. We're at the 1 minute mark. We'll get what? One more play off in this half.
One more play. It's a loss. Back. That's 3rd and 13 now. The ball back to the 32.
And the question here is, if you have to punt the ball, what do you do?
Yeah, Goodwin is the punter. We'll see who comes up with it. Brady Robertson here to the near side. Brady's had a good impact on this team. When he came,
he's turned into the leading tackler.
Sure
about
has.
7.4 tackles a game.
He and Keltner and Davis and a couple of other kids, Nick Jones. Here's a pass out here to Brady. Brady got it, and they've got him corralled here, but he'll struggle his way up near the 35, and they'll pin him back there. Good effort, though, as he moves up to the 35 and is stopped there.
Good effort by Willard on that play, getting the you see the little pass. They reacted well, they being USJ, but good footwork, driving after the reception. He's going to pick up 3-4 yards in the play.
34. It's going to be 4th and 11, and TCA will have to punt it. That's going to end your third quarter. Your score at the end of 3. It is 59-7 USJ back after this 30 on the TCA Football Network.
This could be a true story. On October 3rd, a 2003 hatchback struck and killed a deer that goes by the name Buck. I know, right? He now has Buck's head proudly displayed on his living room wall. He tells a different story.
Shot it.
No, he didn't.
And to hide his lie, he took his car to Mitchell's Body Shop.
No, I didn't.
Yes, he did. And lucky for him, they made it look good as new. And as for Buck, the story continues.
Well, more interesting band music.
Well, it's a UK fight song again. I can hear that. That's one of the bright notes here tonight anyway.
Is that why your feet are tapping?
Cats and the Dogs tomorrow in Athens between the hedges. We'll see what happens. Ole Miss and Tennessee should be a good game tomorrow night.
Woof, woof.
Lane, we'll see if he's got any popcorn up his sleeve tomorrow.
Woof, woof.
You know, if he goes in there and beats them, whew, man, that would be tough for the Vols to swallow, wouldn't it? I think the Vols will win, though. We'll wait and see. Ole Miss.
Well, here we go.
Alabama. I'd hate to be Mississippi State
tomorrow.
Who
was that kicked for us? That was left footer.
That was Jake Wilson. You know, one thing that I learned tonight, not trying to be humorous, especially in this kind of setting, we're down so big, but when I pulled my Little Debbie cake out a moment ago, Jay reminded me that Nick Saban, I share something with the great Nick Saban. He has 2 of those every morning when he gets up.
Little Debbie cakes?
Little Debbie cakes. Oatmeal cream pies. That's my favorite. I'm going to start looking like Little Debbie, but I'll stop eating them.
Actually, they're best when they're chilled.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
Yes, I like them chilled.
You ever take a little peanut butter and spread over them, too?
No.
That's great.
I did have some peanut butter on a slice, some apple slices earlier this week.
Oh, that's delicious. Well, the ball at the 37-yard line. Let's see. I think the Bruins have brought in some reserves.
Still got their offensive line looks to still
they've got
be
a
in
new
there.
They've got a new quarterback in there.
New running back.
Yep. 59-7. They're giving all those names, and the Mamas are applauding. Well, here's the handoff, and that's running that football will be Kevin Finch, a junior. And Kevin moves up to about the 45. Nice run there by the reserve.
picks up 8 on the play.
He's showing some good speed here and a good nifty footwork. Look at him, Stan. He's got it going there. Blocked downfield by Riley Seals. We're actually acknowledging the cheerleaders down low. Let's acknowledge ours across the way. Miss Heising's over there. Her grandparents, Arnold's my around-the-corner neighbor in the steeplechase area there. Always good to see them walking every day. Hand off to Finch again. Finch flailing his arms everywhere, moves across midfield and gets down to about the 47-yard line of TCA.
Pick up of 8 on the play, 2 carries, 16 yards for the junior.
Hope he's all right, but Michael Palmer comes up holding his right wrist. And
he's
the
our
rain, you
center.
can see it through the windows again, Stan. It's just like a sheet of rain again, isn't it?
Oh, joy.
I thought it was supposed to stop. Well, the ball at the 48, actually. Got to be 1st and 10 there for the Bruins at the 48-yard line of TCA. The clock running with 9:45 left now. Hand off to Finch again. Far side left, makes a guy miss, makes another guy miss. Still struggling, gets down to the 40-yard line almost for TCA. He's trying to get the attention of the coaching staff and say, put me in more often, Coach.
3 runs, 3 8-yard runs for 24 total yards on the night.
So the ball at the 41-yard line of TCA. TCA already down 59-7. You'd love to not let them score here. And the rain really.
And I didn't bring an umbrella. It's in the car.
Uh-oh. We're in trouble, Ralph. 41-yard line, first, or make it 2nd and about 3.
I'm just worried about getting down the steps.
We'll get you down. Jay and I will get you down. Here's a high snap. Finch has it again from the new quarterbacks in the game. No, is that Pettigrew still in the game? Yeah, he just handed it off, though.
That's
or who is that?
That 18, is he still in?
Yeah, he's still in there, yeah.
You're up 59-7. Why is your starting quarterback still in the game?
That is a question I would ponder. 40-yard line is 3rd and about a yard. I will say this, all he's done is hand it off thus far, but
still.
Hand it to Finch again. Finch has the first down and more as he crashes down inside the TCA 35 to the 34. And now here comes more reserves in the game.
Yeah, here comes their JV squad into the ball game.
So it's 59-7, and we're down to 8-10. Yes.
Yep.
And the Bruins are going to clinch the division title tonight with this win.
They secure the number 1 seed in the playoffs out of the West.
That was their starting offensive line that was still in the game, Stan. There was Sawyer coming out.
Yep, knew that.
Coming in now will be the quarterback, and that's Coach Trapp's son, isn't it?
That's number 12.
Is that 13, I think? That's 13 in there. That's
8th grader.
Yeah, the 8th grader. That's Coach Trapp's son. What's his first name again? You have it over there?
Jackson.
Jackson. We saw him in the game you and I did together, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
High snap. Hands it to Finch. Finch. Todd's there to stop him, and the other Lions get there to stop. It's Edwards there.
Well, USJ with several quarterbacks on their team, but choosing to bypass. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4 quarterbacks on the roster, and they bypass a couple of upperclassmen to go with the 8th grader.
So it's going to be 2nd and about 6. Finch has been the workhorse here, breaks a couple of tackles, and he just will not go down. He takes a couple of lines with him down near the 25, close to the first end. It's going to be about a yard short, yard or two. Let's stop him at the 26, and it's going to be 3rd and 2.
With this win tonight, USJ secures the number 1 seed out of the West. They will play either the number 2 seed out of the East or the number 4 seed out of the middle in the 2nd round of the playoffs. So it looks like probably Kings Academy will be my guess is who's going to come to Jackson to take on USJ in the 2nd round of the playoffs.
3rd and 3, and Strap gets it and hands it off to Finch. He's got the first down. Strap, if you watch the replay here, Jay does a great job of that. He gets the snap and almost bobbles it. Watch this, Stan, see if we see this again. But he hands it off, had the presence of mind. The 8th grader did to hand it off to Finch. Well, we don't have that, but academic at this point.
Clock down to 6 minutes.
You've done a great job, Jay. We're going to put you in
that
ball. That snap goes right through his hands, picks it up, And he got lucky because the worst thing you can do is try to pick it up. You just want to, the coaches will tell you to fall on it there.
And bounces right back into his hands.
Yep. Watch this. Goes high snap, but he should have had it. And, again, he picks it up instead of just falling on it, but he got lucky there. Ball back to the 35-yard line.
And that will make it their scoreboard's hard to read.
5:35 left here.
No, not as far as that, as far as the down marker.
And that was fourth down. We apologize. That was fourth down, so the Lions will have it. Well, you like to see the Lions get something going here, get a little of a nice taste in your mouth before you get out of here. Load the buses and go back to TCA, the short distance.
Cade Butler still quarterbacking for TCA.
Has Wilson to his right. Cade will roll right, now throw right, and is caught. Nice catch into the 40-yard line, on his feet to the 45. Nice play.
Hustle.
Almost up to the 50-yard line.
13 yards in the pickup.
Sue caught that, Stan. That's a nice play by Cade. He rolls out.
That's Ben Davis.
Ben Davis caught it, number 10. Ben's had a good year. That's a nice catch, too, as he caught it over his shoulder. Breaks a tackle at the 40 and gets up to about the 45-yard line, 46, 47, got the first down.
It's only the 6 West Harris State Farm first down for TCA tonight.
48-yard line is where they'll mark it, 1st and 10. Clock running down here as TCA's down 59-7. Cade drops back, double clutches. Now we'll run out of there, and they're going to corral him and sack him back at about the 41, 42.
Had Ben Davis open in the right flat, but he stayed in the pocket too long. Tried to find a receiver coming open in the middle. Stayed with it too long. Young, freshman mistake. He'll learn in the future. You got to take that and eat the ball and run at that point.
Yeah, I have to tuck it and run, don't you? 43-yard line. A loss of about 5 yards, 2nd and 15. Clock winding down here at
under 4 minutes.
Carlock Stadium, Kirkland Field. It's been the Bruins since late in the first quarter. It's all been all Bruins. It was a 10-7 game with 3:59 in the first, and then the bottom fell out.
Well, we were
underneath pass, a little bubble screen there, and they will catch it, and not much there.
Yeah, we had that touchdown. We started to feel pretty good about ourselves for a minute.
Sure did.
And then the kickoff return squelched that pretty quickly.
That ball was caught. I believe that was Harwell that caught that ball. And it was to the 46-yard line. Gets some of the yards that the Lions lost back, but it's now 3rd and about 12. A long 12, short 13, 3:15 left in the game. Next week will come your way, 6:30 airtime. Hopefully no storm next week. 7 o'clock the kickoff at another arch rival, Jackson Christian. Pass out in the flat, and I mean just caught immediately, but then Wilson is hit immediately by Hudson Ham with 2 M's.
And it brings up 4th down for TCA here.
Yeah, and they'll go for it. 4th and about 16. You knew coming in that USJ was favored, but Stan, I thought the game would be a lot closer. Did you not?
We had a good week of practice. Kids had a great attitude. There was no smack talk all week. Not one post on any forum that I know about all week long. And just here's the long pass.
Butler trying to hit Ben Davis down there. It's incomplete.
But
no, that was actually pass. Stan intended to Harwell again. Showed a good arm that time.
Yeah.
It's going to be first down now for the Bruins. They'll have it at TCA's 41-yard line, 42 almost. And the clock continues to run. We're down to approaching the 2-minute mark.
2 minutes approaching at this moment in time.
So what
Did we just have a flag?
What they call? They call a flag. And TCA, I think, is going to keep the
personal foul
offensive unit out there. Well, roughing the passer. So that's the
second time tonight.
Second time tonight they've done that, which Coach Trapp, despite the winning 59-7, he'll take that to the film room next week and say, guys, what were you thinking there? And like most young people, Stan and I were young at one time, you'll sort of hide as much as you can from the coach. Yeah. Butler will hand it off. Here's Ben Davis running this way. Ben will lose his footing as he slides down. Stan, remarkably tonight, with all this rain and the weather the way it's been, we haven't had a lot of slippage tonight, have we?
Not really. When I was here early, when it was really coming down, there were puddles on the field, but it drained well, and the footing, for the most part, looks to have been pretty good throughout the course of the night. Like I said, the offensive lines and defensive lines for USJ just dominated, so they obviously had the footing.
We were bragging about those golf teams today, weren't we, Philip?
Yep.
Yeah, Coach P, yeah. Got one back here with us. 42-yard line. 2nd and 9. 51 seconds, all that remains. Coach P's going to get a big raise, I bet. Here is Cade going to tuck it and try to make something happen. And, boy, he hit hard.
He's leveled from behind.
His mom across the way is saying, get up, son, be okay. He's a tough little cookie. And he's down to about the 38. They were in Pittsburgh, the Butler family was, during the ball break. Saw the Steelers. Steelers won that game, too, I think, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah. Well, ball down to the 37, and that may be the last play of this game.
We're having a little hard time getting this play in.
Yeah, one last play, and this will end it. 59-7, it's been all Bruins, and they'll clinch the division, and the Lions will have to lick their wounds and get ready next week. Cade's going to throw it down toward the end zone. It's going to be incomplete. Probably should have been intercepted, but at this point it's academic. Ends your ball game. Your unhappy final here. USJ 59, TCA 7. We'll come back after this 2-minute break with a short post game. Stay with us on the TCA Football Network.
27 years ago, a vision became a reality and Snookum Steakhouse officially opened. We cut our steaks in-house and our ribeyes are full of flavor. The steak trimmings are used to make our certified Angus beef steak burgers, so when you order at Snookum's, you are getting high quality. Enjoy our salad bar and mini dessert. Also try our famous family recipe, the Pink Lush Fruit Salad. Come visit Snookum Steakhouse in Henderson, Tennessee. We are open evenings Tuesday through Saturday but closed Sunday and Monday. Snookum Steakhouse, come taste the difference.
Hello, I'm Wes Harris with State Farm Insurance. My customers love the fact that they can call me or my team members anytime. So when they're in an accident on the bypass with somebody that doesn't have insurance, or they come out of the grocery store and somebody's backed into their car and has not left a note, or they come home and there's a tree on the roof, or maybe water pouring out their front door, they call a local agent, somebody that they know. So call me, Wes Harris, with State Farm Insurance, located right here on Van Drive in Jackson.
For the past 22 years, Tennessee Tractor has been committed to you, our customers. That's why our locally owned business delivers great John Deere products with great service at a great price. From the backyard to the back 40, whatever size project your family's got, you can rely on us to help you get it done. From our friendly staff to our reliable equipment and our quality service, Tennessee Tractor has one goal: to keep you and your family up and running. Hometown value, hometown service. That's Tennessee Tractor.
Hello, I'm Chad P. Wilson with Foundation Bank, a family-owned community bank here in West Tennessee. Your checking account should offer more than a place to just store your money. Our foundation benefits with high-interest accounts include the flexibility of a checking account with tiered interest rates, identity theft protection, cell phone protection, and more. So start a financial conversation with us today by visiting foundationbank.org or calling us on the number at the screen. In the meantime, go Lions! McKinsey Banking Company is an equal housing lender, member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
At Lonnie Ford, we now give you a warranty for life on the engine and transmission. That's right, a warranty for life at no cost to you. Unlimited time, unlimited mileage, but it's only at Lonnie Ford in Henderson, where cars really are cheaper in the country.
The tough final, USJ 59 and our TCA Lions 7.
We had one score in the second half. It was a 52-7 game at halftime, and if you joined us, you heard the scoring recap there. There was only one. It was a 34-yard drive as they scooted in on a 1-yard plunge by Haynes and made it 59-7 after the PAT by Pledger. The Bruins win it, and they win it big tonight, and they clinch the division, and the Lions will live for another night. We'll come your way next week at 6:30 airtime, 7 o'clock. The kickoff against another arch rival, Jackson Christian, who is winning their game at last report.
That game is final, did not get a final score, but USJ has defeated FACS. Now, it was 28-6 the last time I heard. So Jackson Christian with the win in that contest.
All right, that's going to wrap it up for us. A very short post game. We hope you understand. It's a late night. We got to get Jay packed up and get him out of here, and I've got to go home and write a volleyball story. For Stan Gerard, for Jay Cashin, for Coach P and the entire gang, done happy final here. USJ wins at 59-7 from Kirkland Field, Carlock Stadium here on the campus of USJ. I'm Diamond Dave McCulley. Good night, everybody.